Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rift's Gunmetal Soul. Oh, wait, I mean Deadlands Dead Metal.
Gasp!
Tonight we're doing an interlude
Surprise!
to find out what has been happening with Hayden in the brief time that they've been away. So get ready for some weird Western action as the group, as a new group of adventurers gather in French Lick, Indiana. All right, so let's go around and give our dime novel stories. Starting a recap of yourself, starting with Hayden.
What am I? What? That's not an
Your
assignment.
2 cent character summary.
Okay, hello. Yeah. Ryo. I'm playing Hayden, who last we saw, appeared in Rifts, did some stuff, then fucked off, and is now finding out. I presume.
Kind of. All right.
Also, is a skeleton. That seems relevant.
Yes, is a skeletal man. All right, Rika. Rika?
Reka.
Rika.
Oh. I was like, what? There's no one at our table with that. What is happening?
Hi.
Character name. Now I understand.
Yes. Alright, I'm Dara. I'll be Reka this evening, who is a tavern owner with a few tricks up her sleeve.
All right, and Lily.
Hey folks, I'm Fox. I'll be playing Lily Everett, a inventor with a heart of gold? Question mark?
Potentially real. All right, and Samuel.
I'm concerned. Hi everybody, I'm Riley. I'm playing Samuel Blackwood, who's a outlaw sometimes now? It depends.
It depends on if the wanted posters are accurate or not. All right. So, we open on the 1884 or 1885. It is a headline that is a newspaper that says the Daily Observer, French Lick, Indiana, 1885 goes flying past in a wind that is dark. It is nighttime. The trees are strangely barren for this time of year. Things have been weird here. We come across a sign that says French Lick Spa, Resort, and Casino. There's lights out front. There's the sound of people inside. We go on through the large double doors that swing open and see the outer bar and casino area. Samuel, you're sitting in the casino. What are you doing? What do you look like? And what one thing are you doing while fate comes to find you?
Oh boy. Sorry, my brain just shut off. I thought we were doing something else. So Samuel is sitting. Well, I'm not sitting, but kind of leaning up against a wall near a table. Just eyes glued to the cards that are shuffling around. He's got a black hat, and you can see dark auburn hair in like a fringe kind of sticking out from beneath it. And it's probably in need of a cut. It's getting that, like, it's been cut by somebody, but it's getting long, so it looks like maybe not. A dark shirt, dark vest, boots. Are we allowed to have weapons in this casino?
Yes.
Okay.
What's your facial situation? Do you got any stash?
It's that, like, consummate 5 o'clock shadow. You know,
Gotcha.
you shave it and it's back by like 12:30.
Yeah.
And his eyes are just glued to this table. And there's this kind of like longing of, as the chips fall and the cards are dealt, that he does not want to be standing leaning up against this wall. He wants to be sitting at the table, trying to win a fortune, but instead he's stuck keeping an eye out, watching somebody else's back for once.
You were hired by Clem Goodsmans, who won't matter.
Nope.
So
Cool.
don't bother writing it
I'm
down.
just writing it down because the name is ridiculous.
Clem Goodsmans, who made quite a bit of money in Ghost Rock and hired you to make sure that they came out of the casino with all the winnings that they earned.
Oh, this is not the most dangerous part with Ghost Rock.
Yep,
Okay.
they were a little weird and insane. The bartender comes over, puts a drink down in front of Clem, and then comes over to you and says, is holding a tray as well. On it is the thing you order. What drink do you always order?
Oh, it's like it's a whiskey straight, but they keep pouring kind of whiskey where it's just like it's definitely more than they're supposed to pour.
It is whiskey in a pint glass. And on the tray is a note as well. She looks over at you. She gives you a flirty little smile and wink, and she says, "Some big spender wanted you to have this."
For that, and just takes the drink and takes the note and just kind of holds them both in the same hand and like takes a sip and looks like he's kind of giving her the eye and then just eyes dart down at the note. And that, like, you're used to holding cards and your drink or whatever and your drink at the same time.
The whiskey is pretty okay, but the message is not. It's a letter from an old friend. Says, "I'm calling it in now. Hopefully this will be enough for you." And then a little skull drawn on the bottom of the paper. It also lists a place just outside of the resort area that, expected to be meet up at. Yeah, what do you do?
Just kind of like lean in and whisper to our first name last name man, and
Yeah.
I wrote it down, but I'm just joking.
Clem.
Just like
Clem
you're gonna
Clemency.
want to wrap it up. Time's running out.
Time's running out for us all, but it's not running out for my luck. Go on, I'll be fine.
Fair enough. And then just
Oh.
wanders off.
Run the clock, but not for me.
All right. We zoom over to the spa area where there are fancy people hanging around, drinking drinks, doing more of a sitting room where there is one lady knitting, another lady is like reading a book, and two of them are gossiping, holding fans in front, like being very dainty ladies in this gentle folk area. There's a number of men in there as well, gossiping, and in also walks a woman wearing very fancy, kind of ruffled clothes that look a little out of place here. They're more like costumey than everyone else. And Reika, you see her walk in, and she's got pink hair, like bold pink hair. She walks like she's wearing metal, but her clothes look like she's wearing frilly lace and a complicated corset system. She is extremely, extremely attractive. And she comes up and sits next to you, who were probably gossiping with some, or you were probably overhearing some gossip. What do you look like as you listen to these ladies' idle chatter, looking for clues or potential customers.
Well, I definitely look confused with the newcomer sitting down next to me. But looking at Reika sitting, kind of leaned back a little bit with her arm up on back of her chair, I guess. She's sitting on a bench. Head to toe she's in red and black. Red blouse-like top with the only part that is not red or black is the fur mantle around her shoulders. Her charcoal-colored hair is piled in ringlets on her head, except for a few that kind of rebel against it and fall next to her face. Around her neck is a dark-colored labradorite snake amulet. She just seems to really enjoy that kind of thing, you would assume. Looking at her face, she's seen a lot of things with how much she's in the sun. Her cheeks are a little sunburned. Face very freckled from exposure to the sun. And she's just quietly listening around to see what she can pick up from everybody.
What you pick up in the general gossip is that the spa is lovely, even though there was that recent incident where a couple of people had run off from the spa unexpectedly and were never seen again. And there was those other cattle mutilations just outside of town, and someone had their flowers die, and their horse killed over as soon as it hit the city limits. This place is operating under a high level of fear, something you're quite familiar with in your line of work. You're picking up a bunch of clues that things aren't good here. You recently did a job for this place cleaning out some vampires, which is most likely those disappearances. But it sounds like there's a little more happening in this town, and you're not quite sure who will pay you to do what yet. But as this woman with the pink hair comes in, she comes in and says, "Well, you're about to have a fun night, I'm sure." Something is wrong with her. Something is off about her. She, you don't have, spidey senses. But there is something not good about her. She says, "Don't worry, I'm not going to be in your way."
Interesting that you start the conversation that way.
Well, I just like people to know what's up. What's your name?
It's Reika.
Pleasure to meet you, Reika. I'm Lady Magdalene. Here, take my card. She hands you a flat black card with nothing on it. And she says, "If you ever find yourself in absolute need, think of me, and we'll make a deal. Of course, I won't be around here long. I'm just waiting to see how this all shakes out."
So I suppose a deal that only lasts so long as you're in town?
Yes, town. Well, I must be going. I wouldn't want to send up any red flags just yet. As she walks away, the waitress comes over with your drink, whatever your drink is.
Oh, that is also a whiskey, I guarantee you.
It is probably not an absurd... It's probably a nicer, smaller whiskey. And it comes with a note that says, "I'm calling it in. Here's where to meet. I hope this is enough." And a little skull face on the bottom.
Oh boy. This should be fun. And she just downs the shot.
You're up in your room, Lily. You've left orders not to be disturbed, like you do all the time. What does it look like inside this room, and what do you look like?
The sign's out on the door for safety purposes, not altogether my own. The room is rather a bit of a scattered mess. There's
It's a very
Um,
nice room, but it
It
used to be.
was.
Yeah.
There's a bed underneath a pile of like scrap metal and fabric and just bits of glowing rock wrapped in varying degrees of protection. Um, there are papers pinned to the wall, half of which have now fallen into sort of a like a waterfall cascade down the side to like fill that corner of the room is a bunch of scattered papers, parchments, some like a handful of blueprints are tacked up, and at the moment, I'm sitting in the midst of all of that in my small clothes with a welding mask over my face as there is a uh, this satchel that is half spilled out with machinery, and there's a almost like a miniaturized boiler with this chunk of rock sitting inside of it that I'm using essentially some kind of clockwork welding torch to reseal part of as I'm just like sitting in the middle of the floor cross-legged. This thing's like in front of me on top of a bunch of newspapers or something. And I've just got this like welding mask down over my face.
There's newspapers and pages from the catalog of, I believe, I forgot the name of it.
Oh, Smith and Robards.
The Smith and Robards catalog, where you can order just about anything for your supernatural protection, from
Which
Gatling guns to flying vehicles.
by the door there are indeed there's a handful of opened packages and parcels, but there are also two or three that are just sitting there still unopened and lightly singed from the day's goings on. But like as she sort of finishes at some point and is pleased with whatever the hell it is she's doing, like I flip up the mask and she's a relatively fair-skinned woman with like her hands are very worn from someone who's been working on a lot of machinery. There's oil stains. There's all kinds of small scars and chips on them. Her fingernails are short. Her orangey red hair is pulled up into this bun that currently has like a small wrench like stuck through it just to kind of keep it in place. Longtime viewers of your games, if Cassidy Sunshine had an actress, we would have cast the same woman. She looks identical. For like probably two people in the audience who might remember that character. She's just this red-haired, freckled girl from around the way, and she's just kind of like sizing up the device as we come into her scene.
There is a knock on the door. Miss Lily, I know you said not to be disturbed. There's a package here for you, and also a drink was sent to you as well.
I didn't order no drink.
Well, I'm just gonna leave it out here on top of the package like you generally instruct. Alright, you have a good night. Let us know if you need anything.
Okay, that's powerful, terrifying, but you go ahead on. And there's a beat while she waits to like hear like she goes up to the door and like puts her ear next to the door and waits and listens for the guy to leave. And then we see she just knocks aside a handful of things that are reveal where the bed is supposed to be, but on the bed is what resembled once a break action shotgun, but now it has an array of tubing and wiring that feeds into the barrel and the triggering mechanism. And she grabs that, and there's this like comically large plug leading in the back that she just jams into the back of that satchel. And we like cut to an exterior view, and it's that slow open of the door leading with the gun. As she like looks around,
Outside,
and then use the barrel of the gun to just push the package and drink inside the room and shut the door.
as you pull in the package and drink, the drink is balanced on top of it, and the drink almost falls. It teeters a little. Inside is what is her drink? A whiskey as well?
No, it's a Manhattan. She's a fancy pantsy.
It is a Manhattan, but on the rim is a tiny piece of ghost rock.
Ooh.
And a letter next to it.
Like, looks at the drink, sets it aside, looks at the letter.
You've only had a drink like that once. With a certain person. You look at the letter, it says, I'm calling this in. You will be here now. And I'll never call on you again.
Just sighs, crumples up the letter, puts it in the drink, and throws back both. Cut.
You all arrive at the destination. It's a hillside outside of a cemetery where there's not many people around this time of night. On one edge is a cornfield. You're in kind of the hilliest part of Indiana, which means not that hilly. Look around, there's a copse of trees to one side, a cornfield to another. And as the moon rises behind, the three of you all appear roughly the same time. And shadowed by the moon is a very dramatic skeleton. What is the skeleton wearing?
The skeleton is wearing much what the same he was wearing prior. A long duster, pants that are a little baggy in places where you wouldn't expect them to, like if you had flesh and or skin. They wouldn't sag so much. Same thing with the shirt and the vest. The hat, however, turns out you size it right, it fits on a head just well enough. Um, but strikes, I think, a very dramatic and cutting figure in the shadow of the moonlight, which he ruins immediately by going, "Hey, y'all."
Standing next to him is the somewhat smoky, deadish-looking horse that is known to travel with. All three of you have met Hayden. You might not know you might know each other, but it's unlikely. But you've all been summoned to meet with Hayden. Hayden, you had gotten a message from an imp that said
Did.
they know you're alive, and he knows that they know, and Stone is coming for them. This is a bad sign. It didn't take you long to
Really?
call in some of your old contacts to find out the two people that you had left in a previous life who you haven't really spoken to. You spoke to one of them, but not the other. You haven't spoken to him in a long, long time. Was William Jesses and Ramon Castillo. Both of them were going to be in French Lick tonight. For the first time, you've been able to track both of them to the same location. It looks like Jesse's was tracking down Castillo.
So, y'all came. Appreciate it. I do. Um,
Yeah, no, love a cryptic invitation to the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night with strange folk I don't much know.
was it cryptic? I was trying to be really concise, so I don't. I mean,
Um,
like, I'm calling it in. Come here. I thought that was, enough.
Hey, the hell am I doing out in the middle of the field in the middle of the night? With whoever y'all folk are?
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't want to introduce anybody for anybody, but so I guess now's a good time as any. Um,
Fantastic. Lily Everett, pleasure to meet you.
Take her hand. Shake. Samuel Blackwood. Nice to meet you.
Then Reika puts out her hand. Reika Sayor. Nice to meet you. Hayden, she's looking at, she's tilted her head towards Lily, but is side-eyeing the shit out of Hayden right now. She's like,
fair, honestly.
Hayden's been gone for a couple of years. No one's heard from Hayden in years.
Yep.
I looked at that note, darling, and was wondering if the wolves really did drag you in here. Seems it did.
Well, been out and about in places. Here I am. But wouldn't call you if I didn't need you. So
And what do you need us for, darling? Because I gotta agree with Ms. Everett here. Is a little bit of a potentially busy night for me.
Gotcha. Well, so I don't remember if I told any of y'all this. Some of you might remember, but when I came back, I don't remember a whole lot about prior. So when I remember something and it dings as important to me, I like to try and solve the problem when it does. Somebody I know, well, two people I know, some people who seemed their names are ringing pretty strong in my soul, as it were, um, are in a bit of trouble. And they're here in town, and I'd like to try and help them because they're being pursued by somebody I'd rather they don't have to face.
Right. So this manner of help is the violent kind. Then I'm assuming. Otherwise, this clandestine meeting wouldn't be quite so clandestine.
Uh, yeah, that sounds about right, given who's after them.
It's not like Hayden can just walk into town.
Also true.
And might that be?
Y'all ever heard of a gunslinger named Stone?
I mean, if you have points in the cult, you can have heard the name, but you can roll for information. All right.
I'll do that.
So,
Three.
Oh,
Lily got some threes. By the way, you all
What?
have bennies as normal.
4.
All right.
5.
All right.
Can't say it's a half.
It's probably for the best, honestly.
Samuel Blackwell, you have heard of a man named Stone who has been killed a million times and never died. He's a terror, he's dangerous, and where he goes, death follows. He is unkillable, they say, if it's indeed the same person.
Hey,
Some cats make noise out in the corner.
they're both misbehaving at the same time. I'm sorry.
That's
It's all good.
cats.
Reika, you've heard more magical things about Stone. Both of you have heard that he's got, let's just say, bad mojo in his wake. That where he goes, death follows with a capital D. You've heard some people speak the name Stone with just fear upon hearing the name.
Is Stone somebody that my last group would have said anything about?
If your last group said anything about, they would have said to avoid at all costs.
It's like the age in the Matrix. You do what we all do. Run.
It's definitely Reika's face slightly pales a little more. Like, and it's not the moonlight doing it. It's good. Did you say Stone?
I did. And I'm actually kind of lucky I don't have skin right now because I'd be doing that, and I would have been doing that for several days. But yeah,
It's been a long ride since he came through in Philadelphia, where you had to quickly make your way out of town and then start making your contacts.
yep.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna assume that you're gathering all of us and we got serious firepower, because that's the only way this is gonna happen.
Yeah. It's people, some of the most firepower I know. So, yeah. Literally, in some cases.
Rika is now looking at the other two like, what do you do? Like,
Oh, now that I'm like out in public too, like yeah, and properly dressed, like there is a the device she was working on with the satchel and everything is now like slung over her shoulder. There's this huge like pouch on one side. There are several smaller bags on her belt on the left side. She's wearing like a little vest with like, again, there's pockets and pouches and tools and things shoved into boots, and this woman is covered in various bags and bits of metal and tools.
Workshop in clothes.
Kinda, yeah.
It's not hard to tell that she's some kind of weird scientist.
Knew whatever favor you were gonna fall in.
Well,
But I'd hate for you to
wouldn't be
have to
worth
save my
calling in.
life just so I can lose it now.
Well, I call it in. You leave. That's on you. But I wouldn't be calling it if it wasn't important.
No, to go backwards on no deal I never made with nobody. You and I, we do this. We're square, but woman's word's her word. Now, here's a question I got for you. These two folk that you're looking to help, don't suppose y'all got a lead on them? Like, as in where we go and how we're gonna go about tackling this whole stone situation, which I can't help but notice has made my two makeshift companions powerful nervous, which is not having a positive effect on my mood right now. You should know.
No, that's fair. Do I know where these two people exactly are at the moment, or is
You
it like
knew
a
that they were going to be at the resort.
okay?
It's with with Ramon. There's a good chance Ramon will hit the bar first before anything else, or may have been checked in for like a day. It seemed like William Jesse's was hot on Ramon's trail. William was looking for Ramon and is likely to have caught up to him here. So
Gotcha.
you may
Well,
have beat William timeline wise, but it'll be
close.
minutes before they
Gotcha.
actually get and
Yeah,
talk to
one
Ramon.
of them is in town. One of them staying at that gaudy building on the corner. The other one has been following after them, and I got here as soon as I could. So I'm maybe a couple minutes out from them, frankly. So they'll both be here soon enough.
As you stand there, there's a rustling in the cornfield. Things in this town have been getting weirder and scarier. Each of you has been here for more than a day, and you know everyone's ill at ease, even though they're playing it off for the most part. We're operating in fear level 4, which is very high.
On a scale of 1 to 6, as I recall.
On a scale of 1 to 6, you're at 4.
That's
6 is
pretty high.
basically reality's falling. 4 is there's shit about, don't go out alone. You hear things starting to move in the cornfield. Coming out of the cornfield is about 5 people, it looks at first. Slow walking, kind of shambling. Each of you knows exactly what these are. There's 5 of the Walking Dead coming at you. Everybody make a fear check.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
Neat.
Believe the fear penalty gives you a penalty.
4 is a success, right?
Correct.
Normally, but
Oh,
Hmm.
but
there's the fear level to take into account.
Oh.
Believe it gives you
Where's
some kind of penalty.
spirit, right?
Why is my PDF slow?
Lamau.
Page 84.
because Adobe. I was desperately searching for any punchline. I don't know, Game Boss. Why
Well-
is your PDF slow? To get to the other side? I don't know.
Because they
Not
can't
me
handle
right
it.
Hilarious.
Fear in your game. All right, tell me what the actual fear effect is, not just like, here's what fear is. All right. Yeah, it's not giving me any numbers. It's just telling me local fear levels produce. Oh, fear penalty. You have a -2 penalty on your roll.
Oh.
Get Yeah,
and we
no, I failed
all
Oh.
fail.
flying
Yup.
colors.
Because it was straight
Totally.
4 straight down the line.
Yep.
All right, what happens when you fail a fear check? I believe that's in Swayed itself, isn't it?
Yep.
Damn it.
Probably.
Something. Fear tables.
I believe you just roll on the fear table.
Right.
I think
What's
that's
my
all there is.
rank, by the way?
You are seasoned.
Oh, okay. You said it's a -2 penalty, or
Yes.
minus, right? Okay. All right.
All right, now we open the sphere table, which is on page.
Yeah, I still
One
have only
24.
gotten a 5.
All right, anyone who failed their fear check, roll a d20.
Oh boy.
We.
There might be a button for it in the.
There's
Oh no, you can
absolutely a button
or
for
click
it.
fear result.
I'm just gonna click fear result. Boom.
I don't actually know where to roll fear on this is, so it's because it's been a hot minute.
It's all good.
So I'm just gonna also.
Oh, goody.
Do that.
That's
What
not
the-
it.
No,
Whatever you
Oh.
call
wow,
it.
that broke roll 20.
That was a
Nice.
string of. That was a string.
That broke that completely. Where do you roll fear?
At the very tippy top, there is a
Tippy top.
scared emoji, like at the very top.
Got
center.
it.
Yeah.
Ignore this.
remote
I'm just gonna
screen.
use it for the result. There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
And you failed.
I failed already. I'm just gonna.
Alright. Lily, you're
use it
shaken
against
right
thing.
now. Let me check the table real quick.
Yeah, I rolled before I realized what was going on, but I got 9! So that was exciting.
You are vulnerable, as is
We.
Samuel. Both of you are vulnerable, meaning you things against you have +2. Shaken is shaken. And Hayden, your adrenaline surge takes over. How'd you get a 0?
I have a -1 to fear because I am, according to my abilities, psychotically brave.
That is true. Okay.
Shiver,
You
baby.
effectively have a joker for this action.
Sweet.
That worked out well.
For
It
you
did.
and you alone.
Hey, scary stuff. Not as scary as me though. I'm a freaky
Hold
skeleton
on. I
person.
forgot to set up the initiative for all of
Shambling
this.
dead?
So...
Oh, they don't even do magic? Nonsense. Get that the fuck out of here.
I at least get
Budget.
something for fear.
add turn.
Yeah, budget ripoffs of me.
Add turn. The cornfields are all over and flat as hell. Things coming out of the cornfields is nothing new. But let's that's not the button I wanted. Deal. Oh, we've got 2 jokers. So Hayden
Oh.
also got another joker, so y'all get a Benny.
Woo.
Nice.
Go to 4. Boop.
Paste.
I rolled a joker and act as if I have a joker. That's hilarious.
Yes.
Nice. Thank
But you also get a +2 to things, I believe, Hayden.
If I rolled a joker, yes, I believe so.
Ugh.
Here, I'm gonna go get the rulebook open,
Thank you.
It's been a-
so that
It's
when you
been
just ask those
hot.
questions, I have answers at the ready.
So y'all have 4 bennies now. Now the enemy also got a joker. I'm not going to give you another benny for that. But there is one of these zombies looks and acts faster than anyone else and the others, and is going to go right now unless anyone else is doing a thing. Unless Hayden
Special
specifically.
zombie.
If this one
gonna
has a gleam in it, the one eye it still has.
Interesting. Okay.
This
Then
one might
I-
have some sense of intelligence.
Huh. All right.
All trait rolls and damage rolls this round.
These are from here.
Yes.
Got them local zombies.
Yeah.
They are dressed in contemporary styles of people who have been put into coffins but have clawed their way out.
Okay. In that case, I am going to. Oh my god, what do I even do with this fucking? What is all over the place? Okay, cool. I am going to try, I guess, to. Hold on.
Bum, bum, bum.
You can't do that to other people, I don't think. So we're not going to do
What?
that then. I don't think you can teleport other people.
You can.
You can? Okay. Well, then I'm going to do that. Is the idea.
mean, read the power.
Well, it just allows a character to disappear instantly. I think it's you. I think you can do it to willing people. You just can't do it to people who aren't willing. I think, according to reading this.
Okay,
The teleport
So
rules.
I'm gonna skip over that idea then.
sure.
It does have a clause of if casting teleport on a willing subject, the caster decides where they
Yeah.
move to, not the target. Oh, teleport
Yeah.
foe. Foes may
Oh.
be targeted by a touch attack.
Oh.
It costs 2 more to do. You got to touch them. There's a whole section on it. But yeah, if you can
Gotcha.
grab somebody, you can
Yeah.
teleport them unwillingly.
So it must be
Bad
part
at-
of a multi-action.
Bad at touching people. Moving on. Really bad at that.
But you've
Okay.
touched my heart.
Oh, thank you. I'm really bad at like slapping people though, and that's the most important part here.
Sure.
So I am going to I'm gonna speed everyone else up in the response then. That's how we're gonna do that, man. I gotta pull up fucking all these goddamn fucking modifiers and shit. One sec.
All right.
Oh, there's so many. Okay.
Dust off some cobwebs.
Yeah,
Off
for
those
real.
bones.
Where are my goddamn notes? Did I not write that down somewhere? I thought I did, but I guess not. Can you real quickly tell me what the modifiers for speed are by any chance?
Additional recipients is +1 PowerPoint per recipient.
That's the one. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna speed the 3 of y'all up. Then so that's gonna be +2, since it'll be the original target +2. And we'll just do that. Boom. Ta-da.
All right, you rolled a 5, so that's enough for the
Did.
power to take effect.
Awesome. And what? Yeah.
What does
and
it
then we'll do
look
that.
like as you do this?
So Hayden, like, sort of raises that. For those who watched the show prior, raises a very familiar staff of sort of burnt, blackened wood, and just sort of slams it on the ground, and smoke pours from gaps in the branch, gaps in the wood, sort of pours out and around the 3 of y'all. And what looks like a little tiny sort of smoke imp thing just kind of settles in on a shoulder. Pick which side. And everything seems to be moving a little slower. The world seems to move a little slower as you move a little quicker.
I'm gonna say, are you giving them the quickness version?
I would like to, yeah. I don't
That's
remember.
another
That is
2 points.
Oh, it's another 2 points? Cool, then I will do that.
So for each of you, what this does, your speed is doubled. With a raise, you will also ignore a penalty on running, but we didn't get a raise. But
you did actually, because that doesn't factor in the +2 to all trait rolls that they got for drawing a target.
Oh,
true.
it does. Good point. All right, so how much? I
yeah.
spent 4 to target everybody, and then it's another 2 to
to
make
add
it
quickness to
bonus
the
point.
speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ice cream
Alrighty.
truck.
Nice.
Window open? No, it's not open. Okay, sorry. It's a very loud ice cream
Sorry.
truck.
Okay.
I was like,
I thought you were having a stroke. He just turned around and said ice cream truck, and it's like, do you smell toast, honey? Are you okay?
no, I have a window. It's
Gotcha.
could go for some ice cream, but I shouldn't. Anyway,
Yeah, that does have a raise.
Yes.
So yeah.
So yes, we all move at double speed. We no longer take the running penalty if we run and do something, and we ignore 1 level of multi-action penalty. So
Yep.
3-second action.
Okay.
Second and third actions are going to be shoot at the zombie with my gun.
Okay.
And I get a +2 to all those too. Right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I think.
Yes, it's +2 to every trait and damage roll you make for the turn.
Amazing.
You still deal with you still factor in all the multi-action stuff.
Yeah, because
as
I
usual.
didn't speed myself, so yeah. So we're going to roll it once, and we rolled a 9, so -2 is 7 total.
Is that taking into account your multi-action penalty?
No, I rolled it with a +2 bonus for the turn, and I'm just subtracting 2 off the top.
Oh, okay. So that's just a
So it's
7 is definitely gonna hit.
Still a 7, yep. And so we're going to. I should have rolled an actual shoot because then I could roll the damage. But I'm just gonna don't
Just click the
Don't-
button again.
Ignore this one. I'm just gonna do this and roll the dead. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So an additional. So that's 14 plus 2.
That'll be a 16. Its toughness is 7.
Oh, well, hold on. It says bonus damage for when you get a raise, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 16 total.
Its toughness is 7, so that is a hit with 2 raises. Yeah, hit
Yep.
with 2 raises, I believe.
That'd be
So
15.
you just shoot the head off of one of these things, and it goes down.
Awesome. Let's do that
4
again.
remain.
Let's do it again. -4 this time around.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Mm.
That's a 10 total, so a shot with a raise.
All right.
I think. And then we'll roll damage.
16, 18. So that is another zombie you just clip clean in the head with your gun.
Cool. I think it's probably relevant to note that even when Hayden was, you had seen Hayden prior, he was not this good at anything. Like this is Hayden dialed up to 11, and none of you have seen that.
Also, Hayden's gun says something weird on the side.
Yeah,
It
and it's
says
glowing.
Big Bore, I believe.
No,
What
I
kind-
think that's
or is it
Nick.
just-
Is it
Hayden-
Big Boar season?
Hayden's running what looks like, for all intents and purposes, a normal like Remington 1875, except it is a Rift's gun, so I think it just kind of like every now and then some weird shit in the barrel glows with every shot. It's just weird. It's funky.
The sound is louder than it should be, as though the bullet is processed a little too intensely. For those who know about guns, there's like too much powder in it, but the recoil is not what it should be. Especially in Hayden's bony ass hands.
Yep.
All right.
Shooting skill of 4.
One of the
Nailed it.
zombies is going to run up on. Let's roll a d8 and just subtract divided by 2. Okay. That's going to be 4. Samuel, one of the zombies comes running up at you faster than you had seen.
Okay.
This will be the last of the Jokered zombies. And it's going to attempt to, zombie at you.
Okay.
It's going to do that thing that zombies do.
Hmm.
All right. Fighting is a d6. Where are my d6s? Oh, I have a whole tube of dice right here.
Where my D6 is at?
That is a 4. What is your parry?
4.
Okay, so that'll hit your parry. What is my damage?
Damage, Kevin.
You couldn't just give me... Oh, damage is d4 plus d6. All right. That is 7 damage. What is your toughness?
5.
All right, you are shaken.
Okay.
So that means at the start of your turn, you have to make a shaken roll. All right,
Okay.
moving up to next is going to be Lily Everett. Lily, what do you do?
Sweet.
There are
Okay. Yeah,
one
go ahead.
zombie is taking a bite out of I was gonna say Riley. Samuel, but just kind of gotten like mostly sleeve. You don't think there's gonna be any infection. That's not how these kinds of zombies work. And then there's what look to be 2 or 3 more coming out of the corn.
2 or 3 more coming out of the corn. Fantastic. All right, so we're gonna shoot the hell out of them. So we're gonna start with. It might just be that we do that twice since I got that free action.
Do love a free action.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, Oh, right. Start of my turn. So first things first, I need to make a check to see if I unshake. So real quick, does she? Fantastic.
You
No,
can
that's
now
perfect.
act.
So yeah, so there's that brief moment of like, and she's like, sweet Jesus, fucking God, like goes to reach for a place where she normally keeps the gun, reaches for the wrong place, reaches back around with the other. She's suddenly moving faster than she's supposed to, and it's like, oh, that's a new side effect.
The demon on your shoulder snickers.
Maybe that's what's like. I'm like reaching back for it, like smack into that. Like, oh God, okay, yeah, you whatever. And raises this shotgun. And let's give him a taste of the thunder gun. So I am going to fire into that group. Mechanically, this is the blast spell, but
Yes.
being a weird scientist,
You can get 3 of them in there. There may be more in these cornfields.
Yeah, we're just gonna I got 2 actions. It's got 2 barrels. Let's unload with both. So, first order of business. Oh, sorry, that still got me marked as shaken. Please ignore that
Ignore it.
notification there. Okay, so rolled a 6 to cast it. Huzzah! That means that happens. Did not get a raise. Gonna go ahead and roll some damage here. Oh wait, that cost me how many power points? That cost me 3 power points. Boom, boom, boom. Roll damage. Okay, so swings this thing up and pulls the trigger on it, and rather than an earth-shattering kaboom of buckshot and smoke from the muzzle, a like crackly bolt of lightning like flies out of the front of this gun and strikes the area next to these zombos, and just fucking explodes at the point of impact with electrical energy, just like somebody threw a transformer and then detonated it at these people. That being said, it did 4 damage.
They don't get a
4 electrical damage.
yeah, they don't get a evasion thing, do they?
That's a good question. This is an AoE. The
Or
area
is-
of effect is a medium blast template. Every target within. Oh, yeah, here we go. Suffers 2d6 or 3d6 with a raise.
Where's that rule? Because there's a lot of little rules that come up. Area effect attacks.
Yeah.
Those beneath the template are hit or may evade if the attack allows it. The attack does not say it allows it.
It does not.
Then it does not allow it.
Great. So, 4 electrical damage explode in the midst of this little group in a
They're
medium
tough.
blast template.
That is less than their toughness. Would you like to spend a Benny to re-roll?
No, because I'm just gonna do it again. It's my second action anyway. So
Okay.
there's just a little bit of a swearing under the breath as I pull the trigger on this device again.
With a
Hey,
Damn.
raise.
that's a hit with a raise. So sick. This shall do. How do I make you roll 3d6? You friggin' thing. We'll just do this and then
Did
slash
you?
R 1d6. There.
All right. So your damage is 17 plus 5, 22.
Uh,
6 plus 11.
No. I was ignoring the bonus damage. Well, you know what?
Oh.
Ignore the. We'll say the bonus damage that because I'm rolling 3d6, right? Because of the spell. We'll just ignore the extra die I rolled. We'll say that fuck it. It's 6 plus 11, and that roll aced. So yeah, so it is 17 damage for the second volley of lightning that flies out of the front of this gun.
All right.
So 17 electrical damage at these Zambos.
I'm letting damage ace in this system too, because
Which I believe it does normally anyway.
yeah, you got to hit with a raise. So isn't that why you get the bonus damage?
No, it's not an attack from a gun. It's a spell. It just looks like a gun because I'm a fucking freaky scientist lady. This is a spell. This is the blast spell.
I
The
thought
thunder
all.
gun is not a gun in that it's not gear. The
Gotcha.
thunder gun is a spell because system fuckery.
The thunder gun casts a spell.
Yes. The thunder gun is still
Wild.
a spell. I can't if I
There's-
hand the thunder gun to you,
Oh,
it don't
it's-
work.
It's a big wand. Got it.
There's
It's
an
wild.
Wild.
I'm obviously
immense-
a wizard. This is my wand.
there's an immense explosion. Some of the corn gets vaporized. Just the amount of impact from the sound clears out about 30 feet of cornfield. This can be heard in the town. There is body parts among the remnants of burning corn. The sound was moving fast enough, the corn exploded. It didn't pop. It didn't catch fire so much as just combust from the just forceful movement. And there is at least 3 zombies that no longer exist. There is about 4 more zombies coming out of the edge of this cornfield. However. But these new ones don't get to act yet. All right. Samuel.
Well, I was recoiling from the bite when the zombie, I assume that was biting at me, exploded.
That one still exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
However,
I was
you
just
have to make a
really
shaken
thinking-
roll.
Okay. Yeah.
You towards the other group because it was like, well, probably shouldn't shoot that person over there who's ostensibly my
All right,
friend.
How
Blam,
do
shoots that way.
I go all the way back up to where I was shaking?
Yep.
Nope, it's not there.
Should
There
be
is
somewhere.
roll to unshake.
It is, and the oh wait, you're probably on a different kind. Let me check. Let me take a look at your.
Oh, there it is. I'm done. It's good. I
what'd you get?
failed.
You can spend a Benny to automatically unshake if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let me take a Benny. So you are
Yeah,
unshaken.
bonus
You have your
one's
full
better
action.
anyway.
All right. Well, I'm not exactly a fan of this being bitten by this nasty creature.
Mhm.
So just for flavor, I will kind of basically wrench my arm back and put my boot in its chest just enough to shove it back, and then I will draw my. Can I draw both Colts? Is that a thing?
Absolutely, you can
It
fire 2
says
guns
there's
as one
2?
action, I
Alright.
believe.
Then I draw both Colts from my gun belt, and I would like to cast a gun.
All right, so your 2 actions are casting gun and firing gun.
Yes, I want to shoot
Now-
my guns.
As opposed to casting Boom, which is a completely different spell. we
Here's the
just saw.
thing:
Very
you,
different thing.
Well, there's
you do have
casting with gun,
powers?
and then there's just straight up casting gun.
you do have a power called ammo whammy.
Yeah, no, I'm just being an
I'm sorry?
asshole. I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah, hold up. Wait, what?
You have a power called ammo whammy.
I do.
When
How
it's
does it work
active,
that
you
up?
can choose one of the effects on this list. The Sacramento Surprise, you can make it electrical. Kentucky Windage doubles its range. Ghost Bullet, it makes it unreal. Or you can just add an extra damage to it. No, adds 2 to your shooting roll if you cast this power. And you get 2 actions, so if you want to cast a spell and then make your gun attack, that's no penalties.
Gave me options.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna recommend
And then
you
just let them
use
shoot.
use ammo, roll a power,
Yeah.
and then use Argent Agony, which will include their weaknesses.
Okay. I mean, I was just do D6 with the guns. It wasn't super. Anyway.
Yeah.
I guess I will then. Well, I
just
know.
roll.
I guess I know their weakness because I come up against them enough. What is the weakness of the?
Shoot him in the head.
Oh. I'm not gonna argue with it. Doesn't make any damn sense.
Shoot them in the chest. It's like shooting them in the head. Fuck you, magic.
I cast magic to shoot. Anyway, fine. So as I
That's so
I
cool.
draw the pistols, I kind of do that fancy little spin on the trigger finger, but as I do, they both kind of flash, and I just wait. Okay. It says damage to cast. It doesn't say cast.
Roll the whatever your arcane spell is. Hux. Sorry, I should look at the sheet.
Let's time out for a second and look at their character sheet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
they
Spell
have.
casting.
Oh.
Roll your spell casting.
Oh,
Spellcasting,
okay. Just
there you
straight up. Okay.
You got a
5.
5, which is
That does it.
does it? So
Okay.
you successfully cast the spell. Your guns will do +4 damage to these guys.
Okay.
Damn.
It's not nothing.
It's pretty fucking good.
I add plus. Whatever.
So now make a shooting roll.
I'm just gonna do math. It's fine. I don't know how to add +4.
Just make a shooting roll.
Super fair.
Yeah, I got it. An 8.
Hey-o.
So +4. So 12.
All right.
At the. Oh, I didn't unshake. It's fine. I
Oh
got
no,
it.
it's just an 8, which is still a hit with a raise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're
Damage.
technically unshaken. So hit roll
Well,
damage
you said it
on
was
that.
+4 to hit, didn't you?
It's +4 damage, which is even better.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Roll damage. As I stare down the barrel at this zombie who dared to bite me. Why does roll damage not doing anything? Come on. There we go.
There it is.
17 plus 4, so 21.
Is that
You-
set up right?
Pull the trigger. It's 2d6, and then it what you called it?
I copied it straight from the thing.
It's got your strength
Wild.
added in for some
Yeah.
reason, but that's fine.
That's how it was. Well, you told me literally
All
to
good.
copy
Yeah,
over the
just click the
character, and that's
button.
how it was.
All that matters.
But
All right,
yeah.
you clear this thing's head clean from its body. Its head goes rolling. It crumples down,
Okay.
landing roughly 1 boot kick away from you. You turn around. You see about 2 more,
Okay.
and Darasa, or I'm sorry,
Reika.
Reika.
So there's just 2 left?
There's just 2 left that you can see, that anyone can see.
Okay. Well, she doesn't want to be outdone by everybody else. That's a big no-no. So, Reika's eyes that are normally a sort of amber color, the limbo ring turns a glacial blue as she raises her hands up in a way that makes it look like she's holding the moon behind her. And as she does so, the moon looks like it changes color to match her eyes. But as you almost pan around her, you notice she's not really holding the moon or anything like that. She's not doing anything to the moon at all. Matter of fact, she's just holding what is now a sphere of crackling ice in just above her palms. And as she rears back and aims at the zombies, she just lets out a grunt as she lets it go and also casts Blast.
Okay. When you find something that's working. All right. Now, as a witch with black magic, you are in fear level 4. You get a free reroll on a failed spell.
I do.
So go ahead and roll your spell.
So right now my button just has damage on it for some reason. So hold on.
Yeah, hit spell casting
Spell casting. Okay.
or black magic. It's probably spell casting for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what is this?
It would be a.
You're
I
muted.
think my players have started doing is whenever something hot happens, they just. So I'm gonna start doing that for everybody because this has been some hot shit that happened recently. I'm very
You
proud.
note that you are reversed.
I don't know that
Oh.
it doesn't see that on me, so I can't tell you.
So I saw
I see.
toe.
I saw
Nice.
toe as well. I thought it was like, oh no.
That's not how we
you
spell
all-
that at
making
all, people.
Are you making a Stephen King reference?
Yeah,
Hot makes a lot more sense.
Hot makes way more sense.
I guess it's reversed on the thingy because it doesn't look like it is on Discord because Discord is weird like that. I don't
Yes.
fucking know.
Yeah,
So
that's
Wah.
bizarre.
wild. That's
I'm
okay. I
up.
will go find another card later. Don't worry about it.
I rolled a 5.
All right, that's a success.
It all goes
Yeah.
off of that issue.
Then I'm gonna go down here. And I'm gonna hit damage.
17.
Dang,
Jesus
that's,
Christ.
wow, we are just doing a whole fucking
Nice.
lot of damage. Goddamn.
Remember that thing I said I either do really, really well.
Yep.
Good job, everybody. Well done.
So the fire that did exist no longer exists as a perfect sphere of moon. Like, it looks like the surface of the moon is now in the cornfield. It's like a perfect crop circle of frost just snap froze this corn. And as the wind blows, it knocks the corn apart in frozen chunks. Congratulations, you just created the freezer aisle at supermarket with corn just coming to pieces in individual bits, as well as zombies ceasing to be as they also crumble in ice and cold. The wind is cold now, but it's coming from a different direction. You can hear, though you're a bit a ways from town, screams. You hear yelling. There is fire as you look back at the resort.
Sounds like it started.
Oh,
Hell,
good thing I got paid in advance.
Coming over a hill about a mile and a half away is a rider on a dark horse. A pale rider. It is moving at just the slowest canter possible. I think canter's slow.
Sure.
Less than a trot? I don't know. The horse walks forward slowly as chaos comes to town, and Stone enters French Lick. Stone doesn't seem to be in any rush. But, Hayden, you've got some people you want to find before Stone gets to them.
Well, back to town, I guess. Hopefully they won't be paying much attention to anything else, and I won't have to explain myself again.
Yeah, no, we should get moving on account of this place is real restless like, and I don't much care for it as I
Yeah.
like break the shotgun over my shoulder and like these two steaming what were probably once shotgun shells but have had like ghost rock wedged into them like fall out onto the grass and like a little bit of smoke is coming off of them. Just punk over her shoulder.
All right. The town is in chaos. There's shit happening everywhere. You see more zombies about, but also weird things. I'm gonna say, you roll, I could make this a whole make it through town skill challenge, but, just for the sake of brevity, let's just keep it moving tonight. So you make it through town as things like scarecrows are starting to come at people from out of basically nowhere. The fear level is up to 5 now. Things are getting wild. You see a werewolf tearing into a scarecrow as a villager stabs it in the back, and then the werewolf rips the scarecrow apart and then just starts laying into the villager. Then you see a holy man start to like pull out a cross and start to pray very sternly at the werewolf, who just grabs its head and starts openly weeping with glowing tears. You make your way through. The town is in madness. You see a Native American warrior just picking off zombies with a bow from on top of a rooftop. You're not the only people here who are capable of doing things, but they will be handling things that aren't directly Stone. Your task is not to intervene and keep every living person alive. You can't. What you can do is succeed in your mission to find these two people and slow Stone down.
Or well, try to succeed anyway.
oh hell.
Alright. So what's our first stop?
First stop is the casino. That's where one of them should have been if I had a good read on him. The second one should have found him there by now.
See who it is then.
All right. So you ride up, you get down there fast as possible, making your way through various barrels of hay barrels on wagons that are on fire going down the street. Every chaotic scene you've seen from any Western is happening. A giant block of ice falls on a guy. A piano is suddenly swinging off of someone's like second floor and comes crashing out. But you manage to make your way into the casino, where things are also in chaos. There are people just fighting, fist to fist, for no reason, it seems. Like a madness has taken control. The one person who's not fighting in this room, or there's exactly 3 people not fighting, or no, there's only one person not fighting in this room. It's Clem, who's just got all the chips in front of him and is like, yes, I won it all. And he pulls out a weird looking eyeball that's been glazed, like laminated, like dipped in glass and didn't burn. And it moves around in its little gold or little glass orb. He goes, yes, I hear it too. I knew finding you was a good luck charm. The other 2 people that stand out here among all the fighting is a dark-skinned man with he's clean shaven, his hair is tight wound underneath his big old cowboy hat. But he is also fighting somebody. He is punching the shit out of another man who's about a foot taller than him. And looks more Hispanic. He's got kind of a short cropped beard, longer hair, and like a brown hat and a vest, and pistols on his side. Hayden, the second you come in, normally everyone would make a fear check, except they're already in madness, except for the 2 people that resisted it and started fighting because they wanted to fight each other.
Fair.
But they look up, or you don't see Williams, who is the darker skinned man, is just, or darker skinned person, is just punching the shit out of Ramon. And they have Ramon on the ground, and they lift up Ramon and we're like, why didn't you fucking tell me? And Ramon goes, so you could keep living. And then sees Hayden and is like, well, it's too late for that, isn't it, Hayden?
Well, I mean, sorry. That's why I'm here to try and fix it.
Williams Jessup turns around. Turns around and looks at you with a mixture of fear and awe. I'm gonna make a fear check for them because they gotta, like,
That's fair.
yeah.
I'm not the biggest problem, but I am a problem.
If not for the penalty that is inflicted on this town, they would have succeeded, but they did not succeed.
Fair enough.
Fear.
They too are shaken. The bartender runs up and hits one of the patrons with a tray. One of the patrons throws a bottle into the window at the bar. The bartender is holding a gun and using it like a bat, more so than a gun. Holding a rifle. This is some kind of mental frenzy.
I do not think I can do anything about that. So...
This is some kind of magical effect. Would anyone think they can apply skills before the violence comes to them as well?
Oh.
I mean, I know what I'm capable of, and in this particular situation, it would add gasoline to this fire.
If it's a skill check, maybe?
Yeah, give me some rolls on something.
But I mean,
But
also,
yeah.
like, if it's people fighting, you can just, like, people who are perhaps bigger and stronger than I, or even Hayden, could just
Yeah.
tear these motherfuckers apart as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
Yeah.
know how strong anyone is, but you're probably stronger than Hayden.
What are everyone give me one roll on something to tell me how you're trying to stop the problem from spreading.
If it's a magical effect, I'm gonna have Hayden roll spellcasting to try and like weave something together and cancel it out except for a brief moment, just like 2 vibrations on the same alternating frequencies crashing
If you
together.
get a hit, I will give you more information about where the spell is coming from and what kind of spell it is. If
Cool.
you get a raise, I'll allow you to interfere with the spell itself.
Sounds good. Let me guess. That's a 9.
That is a 9. That's a hit with a raise.
It is.
So this is essentially a casting of some kind of chaotic confusion mental spell.
Okay.
And it is coming from... It is very easy to track it. It's coming from that eyeball.
Okay.
But the eyeball is also protecting Clem, so you can do one of two things. You can
Okay.
take down Clem's protection, or you can stop people from fighting for 1 minute.
I think having done my turn, is Hayden is going to like start to reach for a gun and start to turn towards Clem to shoot the eyeball. If anybody has anything to say about that, go right ahead.
But which of the two effects are you taking? Are you taking down the madness, or are you taking down Clem's protection?
I'm taking down the madness. Clem can fuck off with his eyeball as best he can if he wants to, but I'm going to try and stop everyone else from having a problem.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Rika, what are you doing? What would you be doing to try to solve the situation?
Since Rika owns a bar, she would have tried to calm everything down. But if Hayden's already kind of done that,
This you're magically attuned, so the spell that you can feel the energy in here kind of snaps for a minute. It's like when someone yells out something in a theater and it breaks the performance, kind of like everyone's watching a play and then someone yells the F word off in the corner and everyone looks, or like he essentially dropped a stack of plates in a loud restaurant.
I think
Magically.
Rika's number one goal at that point would be to find the source of that particular magic.
Okay. Give me a occult or spellcasting. You're muted.
Can I yell it to the eyes so they can do something with their turn that isn't find the information I just did? I feel
Yes,
like
they will.
that's
They will learn
yeah.
different things. They will
Okay,
having the
cool, cool.
information. They will learn more.
Cool.
I'm not
It's the
going to make
fucking
you.
eye. Slam.
7.
All right, that's going to give you the eye is empowered with a specific a demonic spirit that is trying to take advantage of something here. The demonic spirit is called a brawler, and it just causes people to fight. That's its whole purpose, is just make people punch stuff. That's funny. I'm gonna do that as much as possible. It is also protecting the one who is kind of like channeling it and empowering them. It gives them benefits outside of this, but every now and then it snaps and takes them over, which is clearly what has happened here. The way to end it is to either destroy the eye or break through the protection and destroy Clem. Doing so will the eye might disappear if you kill Clem, meaning it could still be a problem. But if you get the eye away from him and like wrest control of it from it with enough willpower, that would kind of put you in charge of that demon temporarily.
Neat.
Do that one.
That sounds more fun. Hit that button.
There is a risk.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you should do it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, then like once Reagan knows that, like, brawler demon. Oh, I want me one of those. And she's just gonna go like, get the eye now.
You know what, since we're doing things, I'm just gonna say make a spirit check to try to wrest control. Take a -2. Or it'll be opposed spirit checks, never mind. Just regular spirit check.
Okay.
You got a 4.
Yeah.
It gets a 11.
Oh fuck.
Make a fighting roll. Now.
Oh, okay. Not the worst.
Doesn't matter what you're fighting. It's just make a fighting roll.
7.
7. Samuel, what's your parry?
Hey, that's 4.
All right. Rika, go ahead and roll your strength.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. What's your
Stop
toughness?
that. Stop rolling so
5.
high. Knock it off.
Your toughness is 5. All right. So now you're shaken. Samuel, Rika just hit you. Clearly, she said something about get that eye, and then punches you.
In the eye. Just... Does she look
Wonderful.
like... What does she look like when she does it? Does she look like she really meant to hit Samuel, or is it just kind of like a... Whoa!
She doesn't. It looks like she wasn't doing anything. She was just like, get that eye. Bam! Just like unconsciously snapped.
And
Just
has
a
no...
snap punch to the face. Like,
Is she like aware she did it? Or...
barely? Your knuckles feel bad?
So it's just, get that eye! Poof! Ow!
Alright. Samuel, what you doing?
Reading.
Being upset.
Okay. So
Getting
for
punched.
boost and lower trait,
Uh-huh.
do that to myself.
Yes.
Yes.
That's mainly what it's used for.
Okay. It just says a target, so I just wanted to double check. Can I boost? Would it be appropriate? Wait. Make a spirit roll. What was that? Would I know how to protect myself against something like this?
You could boost your spirit.
Okay. Is spirit a skill?
It is a trait.
It's one of your attributes.
Oh, right.
That-
Okay. Cool.
You can boost attributes, right?
So I can yes. Okay.
90% sure.
Yes.
Trait,
and-
attribute. It says attribute or skill. So it just boosts it 1.
Trait is the parent group of attributes and skills.
So it boosts it 1 die type or 2 with a raise.
Okay.
Okay. So
Go ahead and roll that spellcasting.
just kind of reeling from that punch. Hits a lot harder than it looks like she should. I have to unshake myself first.
You're on chicken. It was just mostly for...
Okay. So right, spellcast. 4.
4, that's a success.
Okay.
And would you like to make a spirit check to try to free your friend? Or not free your friend, but disrupt the demon in the local area? Or would you like to make some kind of deal with the devil? To take it over, maybe?
Oh.
I'm going off the rules, but we're gonna go some demon dealing spellcasting where we play poker, maybe.
I was gonna go snatch that eyeball out of his hand.
You can try.
I mean, you can always, like, not tell your business none, but you're real good at shooting. You might be able to just shoot the damn thing out of his hand, too.
There is magic protection on it, so you will take a negative. But you can
well.
go for it.
Like, when all I've got is a gunslinger, everything looks like a thing you should shoot.
Yeah.
What can I
That is
say?
true.
I was thinking that, but I was boosting my ability or my spirit so that I could. Would I
You've
have
still
needed
got
to do
the
that
haste
anyway?
on you, so...
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, no, I think I'm, would I know that it has protection on it?
It's pretty clear that there's kind of a blur around the guy.
Then I'm just gonna go try to take it. I know when, things are a little more difficult to shoot.
Gotcha, so that'll be a fighting roll.
Cool. Oh, I am not as good at fighting on this character.
I mean,
No.
you can just shoot it. Pretty good at shooting.
I am way better at shooting. I'm gonna try to shoot it out of his hand then.
Because there were also penalties for trying to fight.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so,
I'm fucking 2 die types higher in shooting, so even if there is a
Yeah,
penalty,
it's a negative
still
4.
a better chance.
It's a negative
Yup.
4 from the deflection effect.
Uh,
How much deflection?
fuck it. Yeah, we'll just go for a 13.
13, that'll do it.
Okay.
Wowza! All right.
All right.
So even with a
Damn.
-4, bringing it down to a 9, that's still a hit with a raise, which
Damn.
was what you needed to get it out of his hand.
Yeah.
He is no longer protected. It goes flying, crashes into the wall, and hits the floor and starts rolling. It's rolling around wildly in the middle of a giant brawl, so it's being kicked, it's rolling around. One person steps on it, slips, and then someone takes the opportunity to basically bench press, or like to elbow
Pile
them
drive
down
them, yeah.
into a table. The table goes
Mhm.
flying. But this wild orb is rolling around in the middle of a melee. Leaving Lily, what do you do?
The sensible thing, as soon as like my eyes are just watching this whole situation unfold as it goes from like, oh, it's that thing, great, I'm gonna get it punched, wham, and it goes flying. I'm just like tracking it, and then as it starts to fly away, I reach out like with my left hand to like grab somebody's drink that miraculously is still on the table, upend the whole glass, and like baseball dive for this thing, trying to clunk this this tumbler glass on top of the eyeball. Just
Good.
This will be an
Trying to grab this
athletics.
Sure, why not? I got a D4 in that. Let's go, motherfucker.
Or a fighting or athletics, it's up to you.
Oh, sorry, what?
Fighting or athletics.
Oh, great, I got a D4 in fighting. Let's go, motherfucker. Don't matter none to me.
You'll take a
Holy shit.
-2 for the chaos.
Great, basically unskilled. I don't give a shit. Let's go. I'm diving after this thing. Like, it is the direct answer. You have to stop it from moving. So yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
boy,
I'll roll an athletics at -2. Fucking watch me not do it,
oh goody.
motherfucker.
9.
Oh,
How about a
9.
9, you piece of
Shit.
shit? How about a 9, motherfucker?
Now it comes down to a 7.
It's pretty
No,
fucking
it's factored
good,
in.
Oh
though.
no, that's
with
factored
minus
in.
two-
Good work.
That's yes. I
That's
rolled an
pretty fucking
11.
good.
God damn it.
Wow. Wow. Listen, you
alright.
can't tell a scientist anything is impossible. You say impossible, they're like, watch, hold my drink.
You grab this mug, which very briefly had a lot of whiskey in it.
Oh.
This,
yeah, no,
this
it was-
pint glass that very briefly had whiskey in it before it all got drank and left. You dump it out and you dive between two people. You stumble to the side. You get hit and knocked to the side. Another person like bumps into you and like takes a swing at you, pushes you slightly, and you scoop up the mug, and the eyeball turns and looks at you. You have one more thing to do because you're kind of hasted. What do you want to do?
Okay. It's a horrifying eyeball.
In
I can do-
in a cup now. It's got
Okay.
some kind of lacquer protection
Got
on
an
it.
eyeball in a cage in a cup.
Okay.
Would you, I'm gonna say you could science solution here, like literal solution.
I could. I've got a thought here. So what I'm gonna do is opposite the side of like she lands like drops the gun or whatever, that kind of the satchel and everything. It's all like connected by like the strap on the shoulder bag, and wires and things are leading from it. So that kind of clatters to the floor. But she stands up and she's like gets the thing over it, and scoops it up, and is looking at it, and like spins around to look at her. It's like, huh. And like her left hand is fiddling for something on the left hand side where she's got this this wooden box. And she's almost reflexively like it's covered in dials, like a combination lock, like both the spinny toppy kind and the like it's a wheel that you're flipping through numbers, and she's just kind of like flipping through numbers on this thing. And what I'm going to do is cast trinkets, which in my case
What
is
was
an
that?
invention. Yeah, it's a little device called the Instant What's It. It's a wooden box about nyar big that makes small things. So
Okay.
I'm going to burn some more of my PowerPoints to cast trinkets.
Oh, that's a 3. Why do you have a -2 though?
Yeah, that's really weird.
You're somehow marked as distracted. Maybe.
No.
Or fatigue? I don't know.
It's just got the wrong damn numbers in it. I'm just gonna roll my weird science raw. Ignore all the rest of that crap.
12!
Sick, a hit with a raise. Do you even get anything on a raise with trinkets?
Hit with 2 raises.
With a raise, the duration is in minutes instead of rounds. Oh, thank Christ, it'll last longer. So
What amazing.
yeah. So there's a click 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 like, and then on after he clicks everything into place, on the side of it there's like a Jack in the Box style like like and it flips open, and she just and like out pops, and she grabs a small lead cylinder. It's just a little bit bigger and taller than the eye, and just like does the like upends, like this goes into the cup, upends the whole thing, throws the cup into the melee, and then just shuts the lid on the little cylinder. So it's inside of a lead box.
All right, roll me another athletics real quick for comedy.
Fuck. Oh, okay. Great. There you go. I got 3.
All right.
Or, 3.
Yeah. Okay. So, is anyone like unlucky? What weaknesses do people or flaws do people have?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Arrogant and night terrors.
Arrogant and curious.
Loyal and shamed.
Pacifist and poor.
All right. So you fling this cup behind you, and it actually is going to hit Ramon in the eye.
Oh fuck.
Like butt first of the cup.
Right,
you
buddy.
get the thing in there, you clasp it, and you look over.
I got it.
And William is like, Ramon, wake the fuck up, and like puts him on the thing and slaps him in the face, but he seems to be unconscious. The bar calms down, and people look over, and some people see Hayden. Clem is sitting there, missing 2 of the fingers on his hand, bleeding profusely, just cackling with mad laughter and madness. And people just flee from the bar. And that's where we're going to take our break. Ugh, there's something that's annoying me. There we go. All right. Thank you for indulging me in that chaotic scene of randomness. This is what happens when
Always.
shit like Stone shows up in my games. All right. So we're going to take about 10 minutes or so, and we hope to see you soon. We'll be back shortly. Be well. Remember to drink water or whatever you're drinking. See you soon. Yeah, stay hydrated.
Remember to drink water. Hides shot glass.
We'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gunmetal Riffs, where we are doing Deadmetal, the Deadlands Interlude, starring Hayden. All right, as we left off, Hayden had found the 2 people from their old past, and are trying to find out why Stone is after them and to get them out of there. But the town is in utter chaos as the Avatar of Death has entered the chat. Well, hasn't entered the chat, has entered the city.
Hey, no, it's anime suddenly, and I don't like it.
All right. So it's about a minute and a half later, and Ramon is coming to.
Okay.
William Jesse is still there. Is having trouble looking directly at you, Hayden. You remember them being much more bold than they are acting about you right now. But you are also a skeleton.
I am a skeleton, so I think without sort of looking at, not like fully turning to look at them, just try and keep like a little bit of their face sort of hidden by the hat and the collar. Hayden just kind of out the side of their mouth is like, no, I get it. It's all right.
None of this is all right.
Hmm?
None of this is all right.
Yeah, okay. But like, no, I mean,
I'll
never
sign.
mind. Yeah. It's weird. I'll give you that. Anyways, wake the fuck up. And I think he like
You hit him with
lightly
the
just sort
swallow.
of kicks Ramon in the shoulder a little bit.
It was, Manuel?
Hi.
the fuck is happening?
Well, um, Magic Eyeball caused a fight, though I don't think either of you two had. Yeah, I don't think either of you two needed any encouragement, judging from the look of it. And well, very bad man on a dark horse is coming into town at the speed of he wants to get here when he gets here. So, by that specific saving grace, we've got a little bit of time.
Why are you here? You left.
Yeah, I did.
Jesse's like, Williams is like, they died.
I
And
also
then
did
they
that.
left?
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
knew? Ramon? Ramon's like, I didn't want to admit I'd seen him again.
Okay,
Williams says, this has been fucked up. Ever since they died. And you knew that.
Hello, right here. Yep.
Manages to look you in the face.
Glad you didn't say look me in the eye, because I don't have those.
Well,
Been enough eyes around.
Great. Look, I don't really remember much, but I do know that someone is coming for both of y'all, and for some reason that makes me not feel so great. So
You don't even know?
can't say I do.
You don't remember? Like, our entire lives together? The three of us?
Can't say I do.
Wasn't the same when you were dead. We couldn't keep it together. Manuel, there's... We loved you, both of us. And... like, they can't look at you again.
Well, now I know my name, so that's good. Okay, look, at some point soon, I'd like to have a really, really long talk. If you two would accept that. But in the meantime, we've got a problem coming for at least one of you. Maybe both. I don't know how this works. Ramon, how does this work? And like Hayden will turn to him because he's the one who kind of like seems to know stuff.
The fuck do I know?
Oh, fucking great.
Like, I don't know why something would be coming after me. I mean, we were all on that job, right? And then we found that gun.
You're gonna have to fill me in.
And then you died. He says when he says you died, gives like a side-eyed look kind of to William real quick.
Fuck that's about. That was me the player personally, as a heads up. Yeah, what's up with that? Can I figure that out? Can I start figure out what the hell that side glance is about? Because that sounds like
Give me a notice.
dead, but not quite the word for it. Let's see. Okay.
Meanwhile, outside this conversation, it's just the other three, and Break is just like, anybody else following this? I got a gun, dead. Manuel? Question mark? I'm confused. Just
oh, you turn to your right and like Lily's. There's like an outline that's blinking where she was standing a second ago. She has fucking vanished.
What's she doing?
Yeah, so for the GM's purposes, this
Yeah.
little tube only lasts 5 minutes. I need to find more permanent containment now. So I've kind of fucked back off to my room to go find something I could put this damn thing in.
You do.
Yeah. It's trivial, and I can spend a penny if it needs to not be
You
trivial.
don't have to. You do it.
But yes. So you asked that question, and then like I'm just blink, 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 not there. Your other companion is.
It's just turns back. It's like, well, are you catching anything?
It's a little too dramatic for my taste.
Yeah, just
But I mean, I guess
Try
if
to-
somebody dies and comes back from the dead and isn't like just gestures to the outside, like that does tend to breed a little bit of drama.
trying to build a timeline in my head compared to when I met Hayden, and I'm having some issues.
I was gonna say
He's just dead sometimes. As I reemerge, and I've got a box now.
it's actually a gilded cage, that has a like filigree lead around the bars, and the eyeball is like bouncing around in there, like looking out, but does not seem to be able to affect anything.
Lead, good idea.
I need a more permanent solution. Don't sweat it. It probably can't get out.
Hmm.
Probably.
Can you believe that guy
Probably.
paid me to protect him when he had that thing?
Oh, he needed protection from it. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
you're
he
an
didn't.
angry
He
little
paid me
cuss,
to
ain't ya?
protect him from that, which I did out of the goodness of my heart. I didn't even take extra money for it.
You definitely should have taken extra money for it. This thing is dangerous.
There
and
is a
hilarious.
large pile of poker chips and cash on the table in front of Clem, who is still cackling and bleeding from the hand, looking off into the distance, clearly entirely gone. Samuel,
maybe-
do you go ahead?
So maybe if you think you can spend that money like that?
I think the only thing he's going to be spending is the rest of his days enjoying the middle point of the horizon. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
Samuel just stroll over and take just a roll of money off of the table.
Like one of
Hold-
the stacks.
Oh yeah, hold it. I imagine it's one of those, somebody had it like rolled up in their pocket and they're like, this is the end of it. Just takes one of those off, it holds it in front of Clem and goes, this is for saving you from yourself, and just puts it into his pocket and walks away.
Perfect. I love it. All right. William says, "What do you don't know? You've forgotten everything. We found a gun with black bullet. We re-cartridged it. The bullet was in the side of the gun. We re-cartridged the bullet, and then you got shot, and I guess this happened."
Does that jog anything?
You remember
Cool.
a heist where there was some kind of holier-than-thou Pinkerton government agent who was a
out.
complete asshole no one liked, as it goes,
Checks out.
who was supposed to be carrying something very precious back to headquarters for study, and the three of you, having recently crossed paths with him and left on bad terms, decided that you were gonna make his life a little harder.
Great.
And so during the course of that, you're not sure if Ramon meant to shoot and kill him, but he did. The Pinkerton agent.
Okay.
And it turned out in the box was a gun with a bullet in the side of the gun. Now, the bullet hadn't deformed. It was still in perfect musket bullet shape. And that was weird, but for some reason William figured it could be turned into another bullet. and turned it into a 6-shooter round. And y'all were going to try to find a way to sell it.
Okay.
You remember an argument? You remember hiding in a cave with the two of them. You remember the echo of a gunshot. And the sensation of falling. And a voice talking to you. A deep, low voice that you currently hear again. They say, "Ah, you haven't suppressed me fully here. Can you feel him?"
Can I?
He's getting closer.
Oh, great.
Don't think I sleep. I'm waiting.
Yeah, sure
And
as
no
hell.
matter what you do, I will wait till you forget one more time who you are, and then you'll be mine. All of this happens inside Hayden's, let's say, mind?
Sure. Out loud, Hayden, just to the air. Man, you still whisper like a cryptic son of a bitch. Okay. We stole something. Who has it? Because I sure as hell ain't me.
Both of them look at the ground.
Okay. Let me phrase this a different way. Right now, a bad son of a bitch is coming into town. I think for one, two, or both of you. And right now, the only people sorry, uh crazy enough to take him on are standing in this room between you and him. That
None
number
taken.
I appreciate you, Doc. Um that number, I suspect, will rapidly decrease if you keep fronting at this point. So if you could just be a little honest, at least I would appreciate it.
It's in you.
Say what?
The bullet.
Oh.
Okay.
At this point, there is the sound
Yep.
of Final Judgment of Thunder. There's no movement in the doorway. The doors don't seem to have swung open, but there is suddenly standing a silhouette of a man. Bullet holes in his white shirt, his Confederate Army jacket and hat, filled with dirt and bullet holes. A dead man, a man who has been dead for several decades. Fires from his thunderous gun, and Clem ceases to exist. The sound was getting to me. Now, I've been tracking a certain trinket of mine, and I heard some names come up. This is stone. I want it back.
Who wants to go first?
Yep.
I hold up and point at the bird cage.
The birdcage ceases to exist, as does the eyeball inside, as another bullet is fired.
No, what is sufficed?
Okay, not that. Evidently.
Now, I don't make deals.
Sanson,
And I
but
enjoy killing people.
no, guess not.
But there is something that I want for once. You can tell me where it is and I'll go get it. And I'll kill you all very quickly.
All right, motherfucker.
Do I know what this is? Because I think John knows what this is. I don't know if Hayden knows what this is.
Give me an occult roll plus
Cool.
2.
All right, let's do it. Ba-ding, bada-boom.
That is a 3 and a 4. Would you like to re-roll? I mean, that is a 6, but would you like to go for a hit with a raise? You have 4 bennies.
Hmm.
No, it's fully just a 4. That was with the +2.
Oh,
Effect is a +2.
I would like to re-roll that. Yeah.
all right, re-roll
Let's
it.
do it. Spend a penny and re-roll that.
That is
That's
an
way
8.
better.
That is way better.
We'll take that. That's good.
The demon tells you exactly what this is. And says,
Hey.
the demon inside your being
Yep.
whispers to you, it's dangerous to him. He doesn't want anyone to have it. Because it's the bullet that killed him. One of, anyway. And it's the bullet that brought me to you. And it's the bullet that makes death favor you so much. If he fails, you're next in line. And I'll be unstoppable.
All right.
Death, the Reckoner, loves you.
Okay. It's not ominous at all.
So,
Out loud, Hayden goes, sorry, point of clarification, what kind of trinket are we talking about? Because it's clearly not the eye in the cage.
looks at you for like the first time, fully looks at you. Even the time you had a run in with Stone that one time,
Yep.
Stone didn't pay attention to you at all.
Fair.
Looks at you and goes, you think you're gonna take my job?
Can't say I want to or know what that job is, so no.
Playing coy, whatever. Don't care.
Okay, Jesus.
You know what it is, and it's what made you.
Okay, so I guess now I can put that together in the last 30 seconds. Sure. All right. Great.
His guns are back in his holsters.
Okay.
I mean, this is the longest I've gone without shooting anybody in a while.
Okay. So I guess I better ask I might as well ask the question anyway. We give you this, people get to walk away from today.
I can't kill you. That makes me unhappy. I want you off this world. I want you dead, gone.
Okay, well, we tried the first one, didn't take too well. Gone I can do.
You know where it is?
Technically, yes.
It's danger to you too, you know.
It's becoming slightly more aware of that over time. Yep.
Is it here? Something about you seems wrong.
Yeah,
It's a
it
skeleton.
is. And a skeleton. Yeah, thanks. Yep, that is a little weird. Yeah, yeah, it is.
What you mean by gone?
Well, as pretty much all 5 of these people here can attest to, actually. There was a period of time where I was not on this. Uh, not here. Not on this world is the best way to put it.
What you walking in? I forget what they call it. Not the Twilight. What is it? The alternate, like the Reckoner's place.
Ooh, I don't
I
remember off
don't
the top of my head.
remember. It's
God.
long.
Yeah, it's been a hot
But it's
minute.
got some very evocative name
has-
like that, yeah.
It's killing me because it's like
It's not the hunting grounds. It's
it is
No.
the hunting
Oh, it
grounds
is.
are kind of a better
Yeah,
place.
they're
Yeah.
different.
It is
Oh,
Valhalla.
essentially the hell that keeps things.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's just read the intro real quick. What you
It's-
do? No. Anyway,
it has
Yeah,
been
it'll
a
be in
hot
the
minute.
GM
I do
section
not
as
remember what it is.
just because you think you've been in the maze makes you special.
No, I wish the maze was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
The Ghostlands, is that it? Badlands. I'm trying to remember. It's killing me that I
All
can't
right,
remember this one stupid fucking thing.
big mood. Okay, let's put it this way. You remember the groundhogs?
What?
Up in Okay. Look, there was a day, I think it was February, sometime about a year or two ago, a whole bunch of groundhogs burst out of Philly, giant ones, ate everything in sight, caused a whole lot of ruckus, and apparently it happens every year now.
All right.
I've been to a world where that doesn't happen, and they've all forgotten if it did or not, because it's been too long, too many years to count. And that is just the second weirdest place I've been to in the last month and a half.
So like not on this world. You mean like planet?
I mean, like, planet timeline, maybe? Look,
That fancy man's talking about reality to me once.
yeah, something like that. Look, last time I was there was like an elf and
What's a little
well, read
what?
some damn mythology, bud. Come on. Point, vaguely human person, pointy ears. There was a person that looked like a raccoon. I don't know what to tell you. I've been, like, again, weirder places than this. Honestly, kind of miss them. One had a glowing sword, pull it out of nowhere.
I've seen preachers before.
I'd like to nudge Reika in the elbow, or like elbow her in the ribs a little bit to get her attention as this is unfolding in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the two of us have like eye contact, I just kind of want to do this like look with the eyes, like to indicate like, hey, look at this thing I'm trying to indicate very subtly. And I would love to spend a Benny
Mm-hmm.
to establish that the chandelier that illuminates this room and the beam that it's running across that supports the ceiling in this room has suffered, let's say, a bit in the ensuing ruckus from before, when perhaps some firearms were discharged amongst all of the punches thrown, and
Absolutely.
that the okay, cool. I'm just gonna mark that as a spent
Uh-huh.
penny. There we go. And just sort of like, yeah, boy, that sure does look fragile. This creaky wooden broken beam, and that like maybe we could bring that down on top of somebody's head. Just a little like nudge, nudge, look, grin, grin.
Good.
Uh, Reka, upon receiving the elbow, barely moves, but kind of side-eyes Lily, and then follows the line of sight. How exactly is it set up? Like the chandelier itself? Like, how is it held up?
How do you want it to be
where's the
held up?
weakness?
Hmm.
A
Because
penny has been spent. Tell me about the chandelier. It's what you want.
I think it being held up by rope is probably great. And if the chandelier is lit just using flame, I can work with that to make it fall.
It is lit with fire.
Candles up there and stuff.
Then Reika would look back at Lily, who would see Reika's eyes turn a gradient of orange and red as she looks back up at the chandelier to make the fire of the candles more intense and pointed in the direction of the rope using elemental manipulation.
All right, go ahead and cast it.
Neat. I had no
I was
idea what it was
like-
teeing up, and now I'm very happy.
I was absolutely being like, I don't know. Like, Hayden doesn't want everyone to die, so if he could talk his way out of this, he will. But if we're choosing violence, we're choosing violence, and I'm down for it.
So what he's looking for is the bullet.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Bullet
currently
in
The
my
bullet that is
somewhere.
currently tucked in a pocket in a very fancy shirt.
Cut to a golf course 300 years in the future.
In a different dimension.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. The bullet ain't here. The bullet's in a galaxy far, far away.
Hayden has fucking forgot that he did that because he thought literally nothing of it at the time. Hilarious. No, this
Yep.
is very good. Love that a
10-year-old
lot.
That's why we
Dying, you're
all
like-
started laughing, so we were like, oh no.
Yep.
We know
Good.
where that bullet is.
Yeah, I'd fucking forgot about that. Now that makes a lot of sense. Oh no, Z's.
Yeah.
Say, does stone have stats? Don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know if he's
No,
the sort of character
they-
you give them to.
Nah, I don't think they do.
No, in the original one, they didn't, but in the I think in Reloaded they did. But he's a lot of nonsense.
Yeah. But he can be slowed down and
Yep.
Yeah, I was sort of
inconvenienced.
working on like Terminator rules here of like maybe if we could just like bring the roof down or create some kind of big distraction or drop something on his head, then we can fucking leave.
Book it, yeah.
Was really kind of what I was thinking here, so we don't all get just aced.
And as far as Reika's concerned, oh no. Like, it's just like, oh no. Structural damage. That's unfortunate. Just, I didn't do nothing.
I think right about the time that the
Oh,
chandelier
it is the
comes out.
hunting grounds.
Yeah, nice. Okay, that works.
Sorry.
I think right around the time the chandelier comes down,
Mm-hmm.
Hayden comes to the sudden and spontaneous realization of, wait, no, I don't have that anymore. I gave that to. Oh no.
That thing of like you have no facial expressions and yet somehow with the skull we could just still be like that.
The jaw slightly parts and the eyes get a little brighter of like, oh no.
Ding.
The bone creases that are not entirely unlike eyebrows.
Yeah, they just kind of like shift a little bit.
They're
All
like cracked so they can actually still emote.
The chandelier comes down and absolutely lights the place on fire. It crashes into Stone, who just kind of puts an arm up and is hit by it.
Good.
Reika looks
And-
surprised. Just
Oh, and now he's gonna do a violence. Okay.
That's a hit with a raise.
Yep.
Don't care for that.
I'm so sorry.
Go with
if people die.
5d6.
That's stone.
All right.
Hot diggity.
Rika, what's your toughness?
It's not that.
I've seen worse
5.
rolls of 5d6.
Oh no.
big ol' 5.
I'm just gonna go find the soak rolls.
Can you tell it was me?
Yes.
Balls. Would
yeah,
you have
he's-
known that? That's a possibility.
Here's the
Bishop wants to
thing.
go back to her bar.
He's big scary.
All right. You take 2 wounds.
Ooh, lordy.
So
Ow.
you can burn some bennies to soak this.
You can burn a Benny to soak it, which is a vigor check. Now you will be taking a -4 from his mere presence.
Jesus.
What?
That is actually a roll.
Wow.
Stone. Yeah, Stone's a fucking mess.
Turns out things tend to die around him.
Wild.
It's
how
fair.
that- Wild how that works.
Oh, I'm gonna be so sad if I die at cool shit. Okay. I haven't had to soak anything ever.
All right,
so-
there should be a button on your sheet that says soak somewhere.
So that was me. I'm the one that needed soaking.
Yeah,
A narwhal
Oh, boy,
horn to the
there's
chest.
something.
Where is it?
There's some shit with my.
Yeah, I
Hold on.
think.
Oh, it's next to
So-
unshake.
It is
Wow.
also worst case scenario just a vigor roll.
Yeah. Make your box. If your character sheet might be a little not wide enough, if you make it slightly wider, things tend to pop. Like,
Oh no, I see it. I'm checking stuff for witches specifically to see it
Gotcha.
because I thought I read some shit about soaking, but I could be wrong.
You might not be wrong. I'll look it up, but go ahead and make
Okay.
that roll.
Yeah.
That's in the companion about black magic. What'd you get? What's the roll? I'm not looking at it at the moment.
To 2.
For what it's worth, the -2 there from your wounds, you don't count those on the soak roll because you're doing this basically before you get those wounds.
But you do
Oh.
take a -4
Oh,
from his
No,
mere
but-
presence.
so
Right, but you are still rolling a -4, right?
So then I actually got a 0 at my best.
You can spend another Benny if you'd like,
I
or you can just live with the 2.
don't a vigor. Oh god, It's
Yep.
literally impossible for me to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Not
well,
necessarily. No, because you can always ace. If you roll a
Yep.
6, you then roll again.
Yep.
So it's
I'd have-
mathematically unlikely, but
I'd have to roll a 6 and then at least like a 4. After that, it feels like, or at least a 2, and I'm like,
If you get a 4, you
Yeah.
will soak 1 wound. If you get an 8, you'll soak 2. If you get a 12,
yeah, it's again, the odds suck. That's why it's your call if you want to spend them or not.
83 is what I need.
what are the wound rules? Like,
You just take a -2 to everything.
fuck.
Yep.
And you have an hour before you start bleeding out.
No.
Oh, well, you have
That
an
is-
hour where healing works on you. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Basically, there's what's called the golden hour rule, which is within an hour of it, you can like treat wounds to actually heal them. Otherwise, you have to get more of a hospitalization situation in order to heal the wound. Like healing spells only work in that initial instant of taking the damage. Afterwards, you then have to like heal naturally over a longer period of time.
That thing I can't do. Yes.
And yeah, so you take this wound and it hurts, it burns. This is not a regular bullet. This bullet feels like death. Without your mystical training, you might have just instantly died. But you know that this is not just some harrowed. This isn't some zombie. This isn't some badass thing. This is death. This is death's agent on Earth. Hayden, you know this sound. It's the sound of a Nokia cell phone. And the little black card in Reika's pocket vibrates slightly.
I'm sorry, what? And just like whips around, like, what?
It's that Nokia ringtone that Hayden would know.
Yeah, from riffs.
So Rega gets shot. Right? That's essentially what happened.
Yeah, Reka gets shot, falls down.
We need to
and
like narrate a
Sorry.
bit here about like
Yeah.
what is going on. Like
Reka
it
gets
is, like,
shot.
yeah, like
Stone is standing there with a gun in his hand and says, I'm still talking. I'm not gonna kill y'all till I'm done talking.
Okay.
And then he is on fire now.
yeah,
His clothes?
like
He's on fire. He just is. It doesn't seem to be
Bothering him.
bothering him.
Yeah.
The grate is like broken bits of the grate are in him. And he says, what do you mean, other world? Then the ringtone goes off. He wants
Tell-
you. You're kind of getting the impression you're gonna need to convince him.
Okay. Speaking of other worlds, where the hell is that coming from?
It's just Rega gets shot, and I imagine like
It's like
falls
in
back,
a
breaks
kidney.
breaks like a chair on her way down, is like holding the wound best she can, just like
Yep.
writhing in pain, and then that sound starts, and she's just like, "What the hell? Ugh, fuck!"
Oh. I'm bad at fixing. Anybody good at fixing people? Doc, you good at fixing people because you are fixing stuff.
so I was gonna say, like, as soon as my compatriot goes down, like I
Yeah.
am already like flying to like, whoa, okay, oh, like
Yep.
looking like it's that like, can I just go do something about this now, or
Okay.
moment of panic and fear?
The gun is not pointing at anyone at the moment, but it is still out.
Okay.
Stone's gun.
Doc, can you help her? Can I? I'm just
Can you
gonna.
do something about this situation, because I don't think any of us are
I'm
walking out of here alive.
I'm working on it. And
So if you're gonna say
Hey,
something, you say something really goddamn quick. Because I was thinking maybe
again,
we could run out of here, but at this
you
point, I'm
did-
thinking this bullet's going a little bit faster than we can.
help her. I'm working on it. Thank you. Working, trying. Help her. And then Hayden will go like, okay, because we'll walk over to Rika, like reach into the pocket trying to find this thing. Like, I'm so sorry. Chandelier, not okay. But like good attempt, really good. I like
Good.
A plus for effort. You're doing great. I can't help you with this, but I can. Okay, and then we'll walk back over, holding the card. Like, what in the fuck is this?
As you pull out the card,
Yeah.
a voice comes from it and says, hello, I'm a Mystic Knight. Do you need some services? I'd trade for services. Mystic Knight.
Oh yeah. I think that's kind of like the person I met. I think they had a different name though. I don't remember exactly what their.
I don't know that you ever met the Mystic Knight, but Mystic Knights.
No, I think
No,
he was
no.
comparing it to
He's
Cyber Knight.
Hayden has
That's
forgotten what type of knight Adelaide is.
Mystic-
And it's just like
yeah.
they're a knight something or other. That's close enough. Look, maybe
Yeah.
this will help convince you. Yeah, I need to prove to someone that there are other places besides here.
What are you willing to pay?
Shit. Well, I don't have a lot of money, kind of categorically.
You have a long time, so how about an hour of your time?
Get done.
The card drops to the ground, and a woman wearing plate armor with a helm
Riley, that's the right expression.
with goat horns attached to it and holding a flaming sword covered in chains. The chains are wriggling. Appears standing out of the card and goes, "Oh, hi everybody. You need me to
Hi.
convince this being that other realms exist?"
Yeah, kind of. For a couple reasons. One of which I have not mentioned yet, and will hopefully never have to.
Why don't you take him to one? Ah,
That won't be possible. He's kind of anchored here.
Great.
great. Ugh.
Can you?
But
What if we leave?
how about this? You want to be safe, she says, pointing at Stone. He goes. He sneers and doesn't answer. She goes, you want nobody to die here? Besides all those that already have?
I mean, I can't do a lot about that.
Hayden, you say yes when you don't want people to die.
No, I mean, I can't do anything about the people who have already died.
That's the point.
I would, I would like it if people didn't die. Thank you very much.
Ugh.
Hayden, take my hand. Just put your hand inside my giant gauntleted metal gloves, please.
Okay, you could have
He goes,
phrased
what
that.
the hell? She goes, hold on, I will be with you in a moment. You hear her say through the... It's like, that's that.
Oh, that's okay. And yeah,
what she
you could have
does
phrased all
is
that way
cast
weird.
boost trait on you, persuasion,
Okay.
and scores a 12. What's your
Jesus.
persuasion currently at?
A 4.
All right, bump it up to a d10.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Sure.
That cost you an hour.
Okay. I don't know. What the
You
fuck
have to
that
talk
means,
your
but
way out of
okay.
this now.
Oh, you are unhelpful.
But if you want everybody to live after you talk out of this, we can talk terms after that. Because
That'd be
right
great.
now,
That wasn't
Right
part of the
now,
original terms.
I'm keeping the ley line from you.
Oh, that's just rude. All right. Well, all right. Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you for a little bit of nothing.
She pulls out a thing and just creates a magic orb that he's looking at
Yep.
and just staring at it. It's showing other places, other realms, other things he could not really comprehend. He's not the smartest,
No, he is not.
but he is starting to get it, and now is your opportunity if you want to kind of convince him
Okay.
of something.
All right. Look. Not a lot of people tend to come here. As far as okay, I know there's 2 of us in this room now, but like, how often does anyone else come to this shithole?
It took me a lot to get here, and it's only because I've kind of tracked your signal kind of backwards.
Great.
For the imp that paid me. But yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna. Okay. Great. So it takes a lot to get here.
An immense amount, she says.
An immense amount. Thank you for putting words in my mouth.
It's nearly impossible.
Great. Nearly impossible.
She picks up someone's drink and just starts.
Yeah. You want the bullet, I assume. Yeah?
I want to make sure that bullet never comes back here.
Great, because it's already not here. I didn't know what it was, and when I woke up with it, and I gave it away on a different planet where it does, as far as I can tell, nothing.
Oh, it's in the hands of a fae. You don't know that.
Shh. Hey, unhelpful. You're a
He doesn't
planet's
know
away. Shut the fuck
that
up.
was Riley as I
But you know who
choked
doesn't
on-
I
mention
know.
that? Lady Magdalene also does not mention that.
Great. Hayden doesn't know if that's true
I
or
don't
not.
think she knows about that. She doesn't know everything y'all have done, but she has seen
No.
Hayden. All right. So,
Yeah.
But you're still here, and you're a threat to me too.
I am happy to leave. I came back here because you were hunting 2 people I cared about at one point.
Do you know which one of them shot you? He looks at them and goes, "'Cause I do."
Honestly, I don't care. That's over in water under the bridge, as far as I'm concerned.
Samuel is looking at them.
Give me a notice to see if you can, to see who pees themselves more.
Oh, I absolutely fucking will. It's only a 2.
Roll, you have
I mean, you
bennies.
have
Do
bennies,
the
and it's
thing.
getting
Yeah,
late,
fuck it, let's
so
go.
we are wrapping this up in
8.
one night.
Nice.
8. It was in 1000% William Jesse's.
Oh boy.
The one that you would have expected less to have shot you. But
Oh,
Hayden doesn't know that.
Hayden has no fucking clue.
Samuels knows that.
He just kind of gives that little like I noticed, I know look to him.
I can't leave this place. Apparently. This world. Except here in the hunting grounds. And I got no desire to.
Great. Your bullet lives in a different plane. You don't have to worry about it. Maybe we can all walk away.
You do.
I will leave. Like,
You
I'm
gotta
happy.
worry about it now.
Great. Then it's my problem.
He holsters his gun. Looks over at Lily and goes, "You're supposed to be dead too."
Yeah, a lot of things are supposed to be a certain way. Never did cotton too much to none of them.
But I think it's funny that Hellstrom don't know.
Heh. You are a well-learned man, Mr. Reaper.
Yes, I am. Now, I have no problems here as far as I can see. But I got other things I might need to take care of elsewhere. If I see you again, skeleton,
Fair enough.
we'll have a chat. But everyone around you's gonna regret it.
I don't intend to be back.
I don't care if you keep your word, I'm happy to kill everyone around you.
I'm happy being in places where they don't look too badly at skeletons on first glance. It's kind of nice, actually. You should try it.
You don't love the fear?
I like to eat food and drink things. I can't do either of those, and I can't even pretend if the bartender's hopping over a goddamn brick to get away from me, so no. Can't say I do.
His guns are holstered. He stands up full to like 6'2" height with his tall ass hat, which is another like 6 inches up.
Extra bitch. Yep.
Taking up literally the entire door frame with like a inch or two to spare. If I see any of you again, I'm gonna have some fun with it. And just turns around and walks out of the bar.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on it, you son of a bitch. I beat you once. I'm gonna do it again. As I'm like taking the scarf off from around my neck and like looking down at my poor associate here who's bleeding out on the floor.
Yeah, get bad.
Yep.
I did
Now-
not learn that type of magic. I could not help myself.
The bar starting to catch fire.
Oh boy.
All right, we're gonna need you up and moving in a real powerful hurry, and unfortunately, don't leave me a lot. As I like close my eyes and then open them again, solid black. That don't leave me a lot of options.
Ooh, I like her.
Hey,
says Lady Magdalene.
what?
What are you doing?
What in the fuck?
I'm gonna make a deal with the devil.
Okay.
Oh, I
So,
love this. Oh, this is good.
step one when making deals with the devil, as
Mhm.
as I'm a metal mage, ante up. I'm gonna spend one of my bennies.
Okay.
Because anytime you come to the betting table, you gotta bring in something. Step two, choose a power. Healing. I don't know healing, but it's on my spell list, so I'm allowed to pick it.
Cool.
Yay. Step 3. Let's see. Here we go. Also, choose a power in total of the power points it requires. Healing requires 3 power points, and
Okay.
You
I
got
don't need to use any of the other modifiers. So, step 3, make an occult roll. On it, doing it.
All right.
Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Yeah, draw 5 cards from a fresh deck of cards, then make an occult roll and draw 1 extra card for success and 2 for a raise. Failure
Right.
means you get no additional cards.
You want these
So,
cards?
I'm gonna need you to draw me 5 cards, and I'm gonna, while you're doing that, roll occult.
9 of diamonds. Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck!
9 of diamonds. 7 of diamonds.
Fucking
4 of hearts.
20? Jesus!
3 of spades.
That fucking wild
That
die
laugh
exploded
it
3
exploded.
times.
I couldn't even stop it.
So on
Holy
2d6,
shit.
you rolled a d6, a 1, and on your wild die, a 20.
Yeah. So
You
I rolled a
get-
6 and a 6 and a 6 and a 2. So it's fine. I'm making a deal with the devil. It's
You
fine.
rolled triple sixes.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I get 2 more cards
Jack.
because I got a raise.
Uh-huh. And
We can skip past.
all right. So
all
you
the
got a
critical
9 of
failures.
diamonds, 7 of diamonds, a 4, a pair of 3s, a jack, and a king.
Okay. This is an awkward, odd question. Feel free to say no. Are
Mhm.
there at least 20 pounds of loose metal within arm's reach?
I mean, the chandelier fell.
It did. If you count that as loose metal.
Yes.
Then in that case, I get to draw an additional card.
There's also coins fucking everywhere.
You got a 5. There is coins everywhere. Yes,
Piece of the
there's-
guns,
uh,
probably. Like,
And sadly, I do not have the opportunity or chance here to offer up an ounce of ghost rock, so
you
I
do,
can't have it.
actually. There was some in your drink earlier.
Oh, sure.
Ghost rock in a super expensive thing. She pulls
Oh.
it out, and it screams with the souls of the damned, and is consumed.
Yes, no, it's up on the bar, and I grab it, and it's like throw back the. I already threw back the drink. That's right. I lick it off of the rim and just spit it on the floor, and it just evaporates with this like. As I do. Great. Okay.
Is that the sound? Is that the sound of the screams of the damned?
Yeah, that's what this sounds. It's a little bit of ghost rock. I know what you want from me.
So you have 9 cards
Okay.
here.
I have
Good.
9
like
cards.
someone on a roller
Fantastic.
coaster over there screaming. Like,
So now I just make the best. I just make the best poker hand I can out of the cards we have available here.
It looks like 2 pair.
2 pair, yeah. 2 pair with a king high.
Yeah, because we got two jacks, 2 3s.
Jack,
Yeah.
Jack, 3, 3, king.
Damn.
I think that 2 pair is my best hand
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
that.
You don't
You
have
were
enough to make
real
it straight.
close
If
to a
you had a
straight pair.
6, man, if you had a 6,
Well,
Yeah, you
unfortunately,
Yeah.
you rolled
Straight
too
there.
many 6s. You didn't draw
Mhm.
any.
Okay. Then
Cooper
consult the
in a
dealing
bad
with the devil
hand.
table in Deadlands. So
Dealing with
Shit.
the devil.
I forgot that's in the. There we go. Page 65 is where that thing is. Right there we go. Gimme. Ah, 2 of a kind. Or sorry, 2 pair rather. I have 2 pair. 2 pair is all right. That's 5 power points. Fantastic. That's enough to cover the cost of the spell.
Good.
Awesome. So, step 5, activate the device.
So
Oh yeah,
what
now
happens?
make a weird science roll. Subtract 2 for blah 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 blah. If the hand gave you more power points than you needed, add them to the weird science roll. Hot damn! So I roll weird science at a +2.
All
That's
right.
the last step here.
what is happening?
Oof.
Would you like to spend a penny?
Making deals with devils. That's
that
real
does not
fun.
include the +2. The +2 is
Oh,
not
it's not.
included.
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
included. So that gives me a 5, but I would like to spend an additional penny here.
You spend a
Just
penny.
reroll that because that's miserable. That's just
Yeah.
miserable. Let me throw the.
You got a
+2
2 and a
into the
3,
calculation.
so it would have been a 4 and a 5.
Oh, and
There you go.
11.
Damn.
11's a hit with a raise.
You got a
Okay.
an 11.
So I heal you with a raise. Fantastic, because healing with a raise heals 2 wounds, and that's what I was hoping for.
So here's what
done.
it looks like. Lily has a device attached to her heart that keeps her alive.
Huh.
She finds something that is very similar in her box. The wooden box. Pulls it out and attaches it over your wound.
The
A
what's
wire. Sorry?
So that box is called the instant what's it, please.
In the instant what's it, a wire attaches her heart to your side. And Lily, you hear it clearly, and Rika, you hear it very faintly, but clearly enough to make out everything that's said. And it's, welcome back, Lily. Or, welcome back. Doesn't say a name. Now, last time you won with a much stronger hand. But you win this round again. Someday, you'll come up short. See you on the
Actually-
next round.
If you need a name, the name it would have said is Patience.
Nice to see you again, Patience. You've won again, and I'll see you on the next draw. I'll be waiting.
And the metal, like, it doesn't just, it literally, like, as my hands are moving, like, it flies out of the box. Chunks of the what is it called, the
Chandelier.
chandelier, like, bend and warp into the apparatus that kind of connects up into it. And after that voice, there's like a swirling as the iris and sclera like reappear, as I've got this like metal device clamped over your wound, and it is
And the line connecting it to Lily's own heart disintegrates. But it is fully powered.
Yeah.
And you are healed back to life.
see. What's a little death between friends?
What? Rika like shoots up. She's sitting up now on the floor and just like looks at her side, like pulling like her shirt up and like looking at where she got hit, and then looking at Lily and looking down again and looking back and forth, just like what the fuck, and then narrows her eyes. Can I make an assumption that Rika knows kind of what happened with the eyes
Rika has
going?
an idea that a deal with the devil was a little bit...
It is unambiguous that something magical and bad happened. That's in the rules. I am incapable of hiding or obfuscating that what I just did was like bad magic. And if you are familiar enough with like making deals with devils to know it, you just know. Like a huckster
You
who
know.
sees me do that just knows instantly. Like, oh shit, that's what she just did.
You don't make deals with devils, but you have been taught all the signs of a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
And that was a deal with the devil.
It is unambiguous to people who are even a little bit in the know, and people who aren't in the know are just like, no, hang her.
So, there's more discussions that happen, but
You're welcome.
Lady Magdalene says, now, we're on an access point. You wouldn't know it because I'm in control of it. Now, if you'd like to be able to open a portal here and take some people through, I'm going to need some sort of payment.
I mean, that depends on who wants to come with. Like, it's
Who would
weird
like to
out
never
there.
have that specific death after them again?
What kind of payment?
Oh, terms are individual. What do you got to offer?
I think I've sold my soul enough for one day. One lifetime, thank you very much.
I don't know that
I'll
anything I
pass.
have would interest.
You did not have to do that.
Do you have time?
What can I say? Pretty face. Can't just let it bleed out on the floor.
Like, for some things.
One day.
On it for.
I want one of your days.
Do what with? Listen,
Haven't
I
decided
already.
yet, but you're kind of handsome.
Just kind of sits for a second. Just promise that day won't put my life in danger. Or anybody here.
No.
You can have it.
If I make that promise?
Make that promise.
No, thank you. But it will be fun.
Just kind of like looks around and looks at Hayden and goes, more fun in here?
You ever wanted to shoot a dinosaur?
Just like, there's like, what's the opposite of this, like the 5 stages of grief? What is, what is the, like, that, like, confusion, excitement, terror, like, the
Yeah.
good end of it, when somebody just waves something in
Yeah.
your face you never thought was even possible. And just
The 5 clickety clacks on the roller coaster before it drops.
That confusion,
The real-
intrigue,
the real slow
delight.
ones.
No. Yeah, we're in Deadlands. It's an old school wooden coaster. Like it doesn't go very fast, but it clicks.
Like, look, just like, how many more lives do you think I got?
I mean, look, I don't like betting on people who live a lot, but at least 2. Definitely more than, without Stone around. So
You know what they also have? Pie.
I
But,
do
like,
buy
flavors you've never had. Ice cream, but like that lasts for more than like the day. And like
spices.
air
People ever had
conditioning, let me
spices?
tell you, you would love it.
Yeah, I can't talk
Unless
about
you
that one.
die because you're eaten by a T-Rex.
Sounds like good witchcraft. I might be in.
I know, actually, Lily, I know a raccoon you would like, actually. They're also very clever about building shit.
Hey, that is not the first time you have told me that, and I remember how it went down last time.
Yeah, I know, but
God,
that
I
was an
wish you still
actual
had a
wreck.
face I could punch.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could go for it.
Hmm.
I get it.
So
Listen, I'm really not. I don't think any of us can be a fan of running into Stone ever again, and I don't like my chances at this point, considering I did a little parlor trick and he figured out it was me and then almost killed me. I went through a lot. Matter of fact, Hayden, you and I both went through a lot to make sure I didn't die last time.
You know what? Hell with
Yeah.
it. You can have a day. Hell, you can have 5 of mine. Just get us the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'll give
Oh.
you a day.
Hold up. Extra day. Extra day for that kid Rika keeps along.
I'm sorry, what? Which one?
Add another person on whatever you do. You can take that one from me.
Hayden.
That's fine. This is look, I didn't really expect this, and now that I've got it, it's not really mine anyway. So, I use it
And
for
those
about
two
10
she points at?
It's up to them. Y'all want to come? You want to stay here? I can't I can't promise that I'm gonna really feel the same way. But like, and one of you shot me, apparently. Still not sure how I feel about that.
You know, given what's going down tonight, I'm wondering if you deserved it.
Okay,
I'm
William
just
that's
says,
saying.
I
no,
don't maybe I don't remember.
no.
Well, keep a damn journal next time. Maybe write something down. It won't kill you. It's just pen to paper.
It won't, but they don't tend to bury me with those.
Just
Ramon grabs William's hand and
Fair,
says,
actually.
we could. And William says, no. I ain't running. I ain't chasing death. But I'm not leaving.
Well,
before anybody can say anything, Sam just looks at him and goes, "You don't deserve to have him pay that day for you anyway. I don't give a damn why you did it."
Ramon goes, then I'm staying too.
okay. Yeah. You know what? And Hayden like reached like takes off the hat, puts it on the table. Bury me again somewhere nice for good this time. And then don't shoot the hat, which is the closest thing to me you're gonna get because I am leaving.
Someone says, I'm sorry. Williams does not. Or William does not.
Don't be. I don't remember what you did anyways.
So who was the so Lady Magdalene goes, okay, so the four of you.
And one extra if you want him to come along.
Rick, who's the other one?
Rika kind of has like kind of shifts a little bit. It's like, kid Hayden helped me rescue. Long time ago.
Is he here?
No. But if you let me borrow the line, I can get him here.
Willingly?
Okay, I'd probably have to take Reiko along to convince them, but yes.
Why don't we all go?
That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's do that.
The room lights up blue in a way that three of you have never seen before. The place floods with mystical energy of a ley line, a point of power in space and time, and this is two ley lines coming to meet at a nexus point, which is generally a very dangerous place in some worlds. On this world, this is a dangerous town for different reasons, but it also happens to be a ley line nexus. And it looks like Magdalene relaxes a little, and the ley line floods the room. The magic coming from it is palpable. It smells like ozone, even those who... You're all strongly magical. All of you can feel that there's extra power points around you right now. But none of you know how to use it like Hayden does.
Well, just gonna... You hear Hayden mutter, just gonna scoop some off the top for me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And for what it's worth, pump that back up. And then I'm going to try and gate everybody to a certain bar. Or as close to it as the line will let me get.
Alright. So, I'm just gonna say that all succeeds. We're gonna...
Cool.
Yeah. You succeed. You go to the bar, the kid's there and just super happy to see you. The bar's been boring. But you can grab enough goods and stuff to, like, have enough wealth to probably establish a new bar in this new place. To keep your character sheet, like, similar, I believe. I don't know if you having a bar is part of your character sheet or not. Anyway. You gather up some of your stashed gold, some of your stashed magical items of power. The kid is super excited to see Hayden again. Calls him Skelly Man. The kid's much old, probably like, maybe was, how old was the kid the first time? Like 5-ish?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
So the kid's probably around like
8 or 10.
12.
8 to 10? Yeah. Oh, longer than I was expecting. Cool.
Yeah.
Been away for a hot minute.
Yeah. And you all, and then Magdalene goes, ready to go home, Hayden?
Yeah. Oh, actually, and Hayden like takes a look, wanders over, goes back behind your bar, peers down, picks something up, and it's like a Wild Bill traveling show mug, and is like this. Puts it like holds it out to you and goes, "This is gonna be really, really worth it to a lot of people where you're going. You just gotta find the right one." They collect weird shit nowadays.
Huh.
They really do, but it's fun.
Take your
But-
word for it.
Don't like how she says fun. I don't like it.
It is.
Oh. You never will. But you owe me a day, so...
How are you 5?
Well, It's gonna be a fun day.
You owe me
Whatever
one.
it is.
You were willing to
That's
pay too
more.
much. I keep my deals, one each, and then Hayden added an extra.
Yeah, well.
And with that, let's go home. And she just kind of draws a circle. Not like Doctor Strange whirly circle, just like it's not a perfect circle. It's kind of like the craggy edges of someone who's
Free-handed.
Someone
whatever.
trying to shock
freehanding it, like
challenge, but
drawing
wrong.
a circle in sand.
Yeah.
She goes, Hayden, would you care to punch the hole?
Hayden will punch the hole.
You put your
Walks
hand
up.
through.
Yeah.
Tell me how it does.
Walks up, sort of takes the stick. Is the circle floating or is it in the ground? It's on the ground, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walks up, takes the staff, sort of turns it around, drops it. The sort of the tip, the pointy tip, sort of strikes the sand. Burnt orange light flares around the circle, slowly cools, transitions to blue to match to the ley line, and boom,
And that's
the
where
whole
we'll
circle
end.
shimmers.
That's the end of Deadmetal.
Ooh.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me for this fun little interlude I had dreamed up for explaining what was happening to Hayden in the meantime.
Rainier's got a bullet. It's gonna be a problem.
That bullet kill anything. That bullet kill anything.
It is
What I traded
literally
for?
like,
I traded it for like a fucking toy compact, I think,
yeah,
right?
it's
Yes,
like
yeah,
a
that-
Polly Pocket.
Beautiful.
Fucking.
Beautiful. I got a pocket
Fuck,
fire
Kevin, I have a-
elemental. Just
The sad part is, like, after like two things that are specifically like their own, that is Rainier's like prized possession, because
yeah.
they know somewhere deep down that this is worth something, even if it was literally just a regular bullet that killed your ass, and that's all it was. It would have power.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
it is a piece of metal that took someone's life. Knowing that it can do, like, literally, Rainier can never know what it can do. Because that is a huge bargaining chip that they can get a lot for.
yep.
And man, do the Fae love trading shit. Woo!
Anyway, this was a little diversion from our regularly scheduled Rifts game because I thought it was fun and interesting and added some depth to stuff all around. And I got to see all my players kind of freak out at the moment, which is one of my favorite things, when I told them exactly what that bullet was. So,
A bullet kill anything. Kevin, I have a gun. We can put that bullet in if you ever need a gun to put the bullet in.
here's the thing. The bullet will kill anything like that a bullet does, or two very specific dangerous things.
Yeah, also true. I'm just saying, I've got a revolver. It's right there.
I have an assassin rifle.
So thank you all for joining me on this weird Western offshoot of my normal game. Does anyone have anything besides follow the channel, join the Discord, find out when we are playing, or if we need to take a week off or not? I'll throw things up on the YouTube, which is Gunmetal Rifts. Is there go to lattesandllamas.com, my wife's amazing knitwear site, where she has premiered I forget what she has called them, but the next Socks in the Geek Along are amazing, and y'all haven't even seen how cool they're gonna look. But it is a knitting pattern.
It was so wild because I think Tori knew about your wife's stuff before like they'd realized who you were, and then they were like, "Oh, that's," and I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's called the Burn It Down socks, and
Love
Geek
it.
Along Design. So follow them on
Okay.
Dr_Llama on Instagram. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to shout out, or your raid times, or your
Fucking
regular raid
Diablo
days?
4 came out, so just be prepared, because if Darren and I come back this week after all the stress, that's all you're gonna fucking see. That's it.
I have
Nice.
friends that are enjoying it, so
It's pretty good so far. And we're gonna
Alright.
raid Ryuko, because Ryuko is lovely.
I was gonna say, Ryo, any projects that we should know about?
I'm in the editing room for like 3 months, dude. I'll let you know when I know.
Okay.
Show when you emerge.
All right,
Yeah,
keep your
for
eyes
real.
peeled for stuff like that. All right, so we'll see y'all soon. Say hi to our friend for us.
Yep.
Happy
All
Pride!
Bye,
Happy
everybody!
Pride, everybody.
Ride.
Bye.
Be gay, do crimes.
Great. I think the be gay do crimes is the last thing that kicks